Townsend Finance Committee meeting to order at 6:05 p.m. Roll call attendance, please.
Carol Haas is present.
Carolyn Bezega present. Mary Jane Churchill present.
Kathleen Spofford present.
Dave Walker present.
Don Hayes present.
Oh, I guess I gotta fill out that form still, I haven't done that.
You get time.
An agenda. Madam Chair, John takes, should probably 6 months to write your letter. You're just gonna keep doing.
So.
But can I keep coming if I'm not officially?
We'll get to that once we get.
Okay.
the meeting going.
There was called.
And so the meeting's to order. Sam sent an email that said he wouldn't be here, so excused absence for this evening. This meeting is being recorded. It will be available for playback on the Townsend YouTube channel, as well as it will be played back at various times on the local cable channels 8 and 9. Is anybody else recording the meeting? And being heard, nobody else is recording. We'll continue into the work session, but before we do, I think we'll change my computer glasses. Sorry, I wasn't. So this is pretty much the same agenda as we had last time. We're continuing to go over the annual town meeting warrant articles, special town meeting articles, revolving accounts. And the items that we didn't get to last, on Tuesday of this week. I did have, for minute review, the first item, from April 21st. I don't know if anybody had the chance to read them. They were hours earlier this week.
But they didn't say,
What?
they didn't say anything. The minutes from the 21st. That was the
I
audit.
didn't see him.
Oh, that was the audit meeting.
That was the
Okay.
audit meeting, so.
Oh.
So basically, because I wasn't sure you could say anything, I just said we met with the auditor and said there was no.
Discussion or.
I can tell you what it says.
Okay.
Town Auditor Roselli and Clark presented their findings for the year ended June 30th, 2025 to the Joint Finance Audit Committees and the Select Board. There were no material weaknesses or significant deficiency noted during this audit. And that's all it is, because I.
Do you want us to accept them? Do we
Yeah,
have to be written or can we just go with the oral?
you can go with the oral. That's the full piece.
That's it, because I just didn't want to put anything in there that I wasn't supposed to put in there, so.
Well,
There's
were
nothing
you,
there.
were you not supposed to put it in there?
I think it's, at some point, I think he said there was something about that some of it wasn't for public, I don't know,
No, the audit that report that they have should be posted on
oh,
the
okay, well, I
town's
wasn't
website.
sure,
So
so what I
Yeah,
could
that's fine.
say, so that's all I said.
Well, there was no votes taken.
there were no votes
Yeah, I
taken.
make a motion to accept the meeting minutes of, April 21st.
I'll second that.
Okay, we got a motion and a second. All in favor to accept the meetings?
Aye.
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 Alright,
All opposed? Not heard, it's unanimous. Carol, you can take those and forward to town clerk.
Yes, I will.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump in the packet that I just handed out. Of items. A few weeks ago, I had presented a potential form that we could use when hiring.
Hiring freeze.
Mhm.
Right, so this is now the template that's been put together with it, so.
Oh, so they can go right in and do it right away.
Well, right now it's a start, and what I did because we have one for cemetery and parks for today, I took it and put his information in, so we can go through there and use it as a working, work through. We can see, is there anything missing, is there anything else that we're gonna go, so again, that's just a template to say, this is what it'll look like if we
use this.
use it.
Oh,
And like-
still.
And again, we can have a, little presentation to select board to see if they want to use it, because I did put select board recommendation at the end, because both boards have to approve an exception.
Yeah.
So it was
I
just,
like this form.
Yeah, I do too. I do.
It's a good
The
idea.
only thing is, does Roger have to sign it or does the Person have to sign it or not?
If you're hiring from the other department, I would think he'd have to sign.
Good question. We can put that on there.
Like a line for him to sign,
To sign, yep, signature of department
like
head.
under his or over his
Yep.
name, whatever.
Okay, where would you wanna put that?
I would put it
I think,
over his name.
like, just under his name, department manager, and then signature of department
Yeah,
manager.
I could do that, yeah.
Yep.
Them two, good afternoon,
Oh.
John.
Okay, signature of.
Look at John, how polite he is, good afternoon.
Yeah.
Cemetery parts away from it.
Yeah.
I don't think we need that.
Well, that was the additional
Okay.
information. I said, if there's something where we're hiring somebody, it was maybe a contract person or something. we
I'm
might-
saying the good afternoon part.
Yeah,
Or
That
you
was-
just copy the email. in
I
there.
just
It's
copied
easier
this
that-
email.
Oh,
This is everything from,
Oh, this is what Roger sent to you,
correct, yeah.
when you put it in the template.
And it's.
Forgive me, I'm
For
slow.
him, that's okay. So, the department manager is Roger Raposa. He's requesting season employees and he's called them intermittent, not part-time. They're people that will come in and do, let's say, mowing and other maintenance in the summer, and they will do shoveling in the winter.
Okay, I just wanna say one thing.
Mhm.
Didn't we already go through this with Roger, that he has a list of people that he keeps on all year long, that he can hire,
It's,
call back when he needs them?
I don't think we did.
Okay,
It's kind of, it doesn't
ring a bell.
ring a bell. That we get done.
Well, wait a minute. Oh, no, for
Yeah.
some reason, did he ask for help already?
No, I think,
Would've been somebody
He
else.
had somebody already, he didn't have to ask for the freeze
Yeah,
because he
because they were
so.
on, he
But
keeps these people.
that could be now a change of seasons and it's gotta be hire/rehire for the summer season.
Oh,
Right, because we had to do, that was part of why we had to do that for the recreation department.
Right.
It was technically a rehire and
okay.
we had to go through the exemption for them.
So,
The
wouldn't he
water
put like
department.
seasonal?
Oh, that was, yeah.
The water department had,
And
the summer intern.
The summer interns. And then there was recreation, board of health, and recycling center.
Okay. Oh, were we supposed to do
I
something
wasn't
with
here for that.
fix that? No.
Summer
Okay.
intern thing, that was,
For the water. No, you were.
I was saying,
So,
but I'm not
with-
sure that we're doing.
yeah, so with this, it's kind of, so the reason for the request is the additional hours required to support the
Yeah.
summer maintenance requirements. And these may be hire or rehires. And I don't wanna.
I like that you've got the funding source and then the
Yeah, I like
omnibus budget line.
Right,
in there, that's
if there was a funding source in the
Right.
omnibus budget, we're gonna see it.
Right.
I put amount in there, just, it's kind of, I'm not quite sure what that's gonna be, whether it's a per hour or a total.
So he wants 3 people?
He said, yeah.
So how many people will he have at the end of our tonight? If we say yes, do we know?
The only thing I see on cemetery and parks is, the department head and the foreman to.
I don't think he has anybody else.
He doesn't have anybody else other than himself and
This is just,
So all those people that cut the grass and pull all this and do all that,
snow shovel
part-time people.
Yep.
yeah.
are all.
They're all
and
intermittent.
patrons.
I have a question, I just don't know how to phrase it.
That's okay.
So he has people now, like the people who shovel the common.
Yep.
So are we adding 3 additional people to the seasonal people
No,
already has?
No, that was winter seasonal. This is, we're in.
Spring seasonal.
It might be the
Same people.
I think it's
the
Oh,
same
okay, that's
people.
what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Yeah, just, it's very similar to what recreation had.
Mhm,
It's kind of
okay.
like same people, but different.
Right, and because we instituted the townwide hiring freeze, they have to go through this formal procedure.
We didn't do that. We didn't do the freeze, did we?
Yeah,
Well, we
No, the select
recommend
board,
well,
Recommend.
the select, we recommended it though, and then the select
Right.
board
also.
Oh, I
recommended
lowered it and
then
they instructed the
instituted
TA to
To do it.
implement.
to implement it, yeah.
All right, I make a motion.
Does
that we-
anybody really freeze anything?
No,
Well, yeah, there was a couple positions that they took down. They
They
took
took
down
down.
the accountant position.
But there was nobody in it.
They took,
Right, but it.
right, but they,
wasn't
but it was an open rec that they were trying to hire.
Oh,
And-
when
now-
by freezing, we cannot hire them, even though
Right.
it's an open position.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah, that's what the first does.
right. And including one of the first ones was the mechanic at the highway department.
Oh, right. He was
Police officer.
first. Because
he was in.
No, the very first one was a policeman, right?
Right, and followed immediately the same night.
Yeah, and then
with-
the highway.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
so granted, no, everybody's.
No, those hires were in process.
Oh,
And we said continue, so the hiring freeze,
gotcha, I
Really?
remember now.
and so, they were real close to doing it, and I think they appointed the mechanic the next.
Oh,
Well, you need a mechanic.
Yeah, they did, because they were outsourcing.
okay, did I make a motion?
You were
So did
starting.
we go through this?
Uh,
Is
yeah.
there anything else?
I-
So will we
didn't
make
have
a
any
motion to
supporting-
hire or to accept the form?
We do two separate?
No.
No, we make the motion to recommend to grant the waiver.
Right, to grant
Grant.
the exception to the hiring freeze.
So,
This form is just a.
oh, would you should.
What's the,
And-
let me see if I can find
Yeah,
what we said
if-
before.
and that's all, I was using this form, hoping that we can,
I like the form, do you like the form?
Yeah, I do. I think
Do you like
that
it?
the form is.
Yeah.
and one thought I had is the original's gonna go somewhere, probably the HR in the files, and copies back to department manager, is kind of our department, and select board, just the thought.
Yeah, I like the supporting documentation and.
Yeah.
I think it would be nice, I'm not saying for tonight
Mhm.
at all,
Right.
but I think it would be nice if they would say. Lawn mower,
Mhm.
3 lawn mowers, or
Right.
3 truck
Yeah.
drivers, or 2.
Yeah, it has been our process before, is not to get specific here, because the actual hire, we're making a recommendation for the hire to select board. So the select board is gonna continue to go through, and they will also make the recommendation.
So it doesn't matter,
Continue.
would you say you can get 3 people?
Well, very,
But he says it right here, though.
right, Yeah.
For temporary help.
Seasonal.
for temporary, exactly, so we know it's temporary help and.
As needed be.
So what would
Right.
supporting documentation be?
Don't know yet.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, it would
if
probably,
there
it might be different for each request.
For each request, it's kind of.
Everybody who requested an exception might have a different piece of documentation that they want to include to
Mhm.
justify it.
Or,
One of the pieces might be the job description or something they want.
Yeah, that's what I think
Yeah.
would help, but you're saying we're just,
if we want that going forward, then that's the perfect thing. We
but
can
is
put
it
that-
necessary for us, or is it just necessary to say they can hire a person?
I think we're more interested in the money end of things,
Right,
Right.
yeah, making sure.
not what they're
If
doing,
there's an
but,
impact.
you know, yeah. And with this is coming out of the revolving account.
Okay.
But it
doesn't affect each other.
Yeah, I don't think we really care what it is they're doing. We care where does,
Spending.
what are they spending and where does it come from?
Okay, so we know it's coming from.
And the fact that it's coming from their revolving account
Doesn't affect.
Doesn't affect.
doesn't affect the town budget, so we can,
So I'll make my motion to accept this exception to hiring freeze request by the Cemetery and Parks Department.
Okay.
I'll second.
Okay, any further questions or comments? None being heard, all in favor of making the recommendation to the hiring freeze, in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Unanimous? I'm just gonna say the vote was 5-0. Because I've got a little poster
Oh, yeah, you got a little spot there for that house.
before that, and then.
You want extra copies, Don, so that they have extra copies upstairs? Do like 3 originals or something, where we have the copies, or?
Maybe that's the thing to do, again,
Hey,
I haven't.
every penny, every
Yeah.
piece of paper helps.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There's one
Okay.
and there's another.
Okay, yeah, again, this was,
No, I think it's a good, I think it's a good
so
form.
we'll speak with the select board and see if they like it, and that way, when we do it, we can put it in your inbox, they can
Yep.
accept it. And move
And I actually like your idea that, okay, you print these out for us to go through, and then when we vote on it, we hand them all to you, and then you can hand how many copies you need out to people to save the
Like three
printing.
originals or whatever.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like that idea too.
So that's, I guess,
Frugal.
and we're good with just the vote, we don't think we all need to sign it.
Well, see, what my father would always say is he was always called a cheap son of a bitch, and he
Yep.
would say, you're right.
We're good, it's recorded in the minutes, and if we need backup copy, but, and then we'll do a copy for us, so we.
Now, at HDC, we sign things.
Mhm. Right, and that's why I know sometimes we've signed, that's why the question on the form, do we wanna have all signatures from the whole board, or do we wanna just vote the
No,
vote?
No, I think recording the vote, I think the recording the votes.
I think,
Yeah.
and maybe just signed by the chair,
Chair, yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
and it
so,
be reflective in the minutes too, so.
Mhm. right,
yeah, so,
okay, so I.
and I
I'll do
know
that.
planning board, most everything's signed by the chair,
Yeah,
unless sometimes everyone has to sign the plans, but
Mhm.
yeah, the Mylar.
Oh, you
That's
gotta
my
sign
law.
those to be recorded,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But a lot of other stuff, we just vote and say the chair can
Sign.
sign for everybody.
Mhm. Right, okay, so that is on the agenda, so. Anyway, it's kind of like it was a perfect opportunity to do it, and one of the things that I generally do, I number documents, so if this was the first one we're doing, it would be 001, and then we'd continue
Yeah.
on.
Mhm.
And then if it continues into FY 27, the number changes to FY 27, resets to 001,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
and starts over again. So, and then if necessary, we can do a log and. Videotape, okay, that is the hiring freeze, sorry, maybe it took a little longer than.
That's all right.
Than I thought, but I think we, we mentioned the form and that was our opportunity to actually use it.
Yep.
Okay, so now we can go to, do you want to,
Do the motions or go with the other stuff?
well, that, yeah, exactly, do we wanna look at the motions, because the motions are in this, handout that we went through today, so we didn't have the motions last time, we only had the warrant articles.
Oh, we have the motions now?
Yeah,
In the
so.
packet that he gave you. The one he just gave you.
Yeah, so if you keep going down after the,
Draft motion ATM?
yep,
Oh, so it's not a draft, it's the motion.
well, it's a draft of, so the warrant articles are what's posted, these are these are the words they're gonna say at town meeting to make the motion for those articles.
Do they match? Do they have to match?
They
they have
match,
to be within the scope of the article.
right, yeah, so these. So you can see the words don't exactly match, but the content.
Mhm.
Oh, cause this is what the select person's gonna read.
Yes.
Yes,
It's like the script,
right, this is the script, that,
and this is the actual. Alright,
these are draft,
I
probably
see,
still
I
have to
see.
be reviewed by legal, just to make sure it covers what it needs to cover.
Okay.
But we at least wanted to see what the motions were.
Yeah, we did have it.
The new one, the one without.
Oh, I don't know, the new one we probably won't get till Tuesday. So,
I have the old one.
Well, he sent out one,
who did?
the, Karen did, that was budget without the override.
It was better send us the budget with the override,
Okay,
without the
so-
override, yeah, did we get that?
Yeah,
Yeah, you sent that.
yeah,
I didn't
it's just a lot of pages, I'm not printing it out.
Okay, yeah, there's a lot of pages. When we get to the back of this packet, I probably should have gone it over this. I went in and the work I did today is I took the budget we had before and the no override budget and compared and came up with a list of lines that changed
Oh, okay,
from the old to the new. So we can see
Yeah,
everything.
that'd be interesting, we should see that.
Right,
okay,
So
Sounds
it's
good.
kind of like, so that when we get to the omnibus, we can do that because we had voted the budget as recommending that budget. But that included with the override, so this is just the changes to it,
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute,
dated on the 28th.
these motions are different.
Well, unless unless they
Something happened.
updated.
They dropped out, wait, whoa.
Like,
Okay.
Article 1.
Yeah.
Is reports and board.
Correct.
Article 2 is appointments.
Mhm.
Article 3 is the stabilization fund for the,
No, it's the Tucker.
I guess, things tired.
yeah, but that's not what the,
Yeah, Article
What the
3.
warrant is?
oh, I have the draft motions.
Look, it's the
From
track.
March 19th, okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Alright, but the only thing I'm seeing is where they.
Well, that's why I didn't want to print the whole budget
Yeah, I don't blame.
and hit that and go over every line again.
We have the Alan.
I mean,
Well, we're supposed to go through
we
the.
could,
We're
once
supposed
we,
to go through the ones we didn't do, like. we-
yeah, that was it.
So that would be number 4.
Right,
Yeah. we can
Okay,
go with them.
When we start with the community participation.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, I got it. All right, so my question on that was, what are the other expenses and are they identified in their mission statement, I guess? So Carol printed the mission.
Yeah, I just sent you the link, but after
I
I.
don't know, I
From
printed
the
it,
state.
Oh, did you print it?
yeah.
I didn't print it, but I started reading it, my eyes were
Do these
burning.
categories ever change, or really, or that's it?
No, I think
Well, see,
that,
that's the question, Jim, that is the question, that's the question.
This
I don't think it's it.
is well, I think what it is, these are the buckets that they fit in.
yeah, those are the buckets that are spelled out in that act.
yeah,
Well, that's what I wanna see, I wanna see the
Yeah.
bucket of,
It's spelled out in there.
here it
Right.
is.
Other
Those 3
expenses?
buckets.
Yeah, it is. It's spelled out in there to be 5%, up
Up to the
up to
administrative.
5%.
It's administrative, whatever.
And they list a few things in there,
Yeah, that
It's
it
supposed
could
to cover.
yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
yeah. And I think it even said it, but I think it also said
there was some other additional.
et cetera even, or something
Yeah,
along those
something.
lines. Basically saying this is not essentially saying this is not an exhaustive list. I think it was more kind of these are the kinds of things,
Headline.
the
Guidelines.
guidelines, but not necessarily an exhaustive
Mhm.
list.
so my concern is they're getting X amount of money. They're gonna give $8,000 to themselves to administrative, and then there's 3 buckets.
Mhm.
Well, four.
Wait, but there's
Okay.
3 buckets that
Three.
go towards improving
Specific
whatever,
things.
specific things. And then there's this kind of catch-all reserve.
Yep.
So, let's just say somebody has an agenda and we put all this 105,000 away for, say, 3 years.
Mhm.
And we only give each of the other buckets 16 or 15,000.
Right.
So, at the end of 3 years, can they take the full 300,000 and put it on one project?
Yes.
They
You
can,
know, that I don't think is right.
But,
well,
Well, but the town has to approve it.
right, so.
Oh, I
so
understand that, but,
they can
but they'll
recommend,
pack the meeting. So, in
Well,
anticipation of a packed town meeting.
doesn't it have to stay within
Oh,
those
3.
3?
Yes.
well,
Here.
Yeah, but does it?
those
Yeah.
monies are there, the
Well,
other big,
According
Yeah.
to the way I read the act, yes, it has to
It
stay
has to
within,
be
spent on those 3 buckets.
right, those.
Why isn't each bucket getting the same amount of money?
Because I think they're trying to give the group flexibility to say,
I have this great.
I have this, we have this reading room that we wanna fix, so we're gonna spend $100,000 to fix the reading room this year. Right?
Out of the seat.
And that way you've got the 16,000 that was put in there, and then you've got the 105 that's available to go there if everybody decides that's the appropriate use for it. The other thing too to bear in mind is it does say for the numbers, for the expenses, it says up to 5%. So they're allocating the 8121. They're not necessarily anticipating they're gonna spend all that. And if they don't spend it, it goes into the last category for the reserve of the of the whole thing.
I think that we need to confirm it if it moves at the end of the year.
I just get a bad feeling that one of these buckets is gonna get gypped.
Well, they each have to have at least a minimum of 10%.
Right.
Okay, but
Yeah, they won't lose their bucket of money,
No, but if
if it's 150,000, why is it split 3 ways?
because one of them might have a special project.
Right, because you might decide this year to fix the reading room.
Stop it.
And no, but
Yeah.
but it's actually a good example.
Yeah. I know.
Right, because the reading room is something that you could use this for.
Big for
Okay.
recreation, so
Yeah, so
Oh, okay.
like Karen was talking about that other town that bought that chunk of land,
Yeah.
Carlisle, I think. it was.
Right,
Bought that chunk of land so that it wouldn't be developed.
Okay.
and so that gives you the flexibility
Yeah,
in a year to say, okay, this year we wanna, last year we spent
So is there a guarantee of X for each bucket each year?
yes.
the 10%,
The 10% is a guarantee.
right,
It's a
Each
minimum.
bucket.
yeah.
right.
And then
And then
And if
if
they
you
don't
have a
spend
project
it-
that it makes sense to use, you can
Right.
supplement it with
Yeah,
the
okay.
big
Yeah,
one.
bad feeling, but
Well, that's why some people didn't want to approve it, but
yeah, like-
it got approved.
It's a,
But, yeah.
Yeah,
a
that-
lot of
we got-
peop- A lot of people didn't understand what they were voting.
And I have a feeling that when it comes up, that people aren't gonna understand it either.
Oh,
well,
well, but they don't understand, because,
right.
And not because they don't know, it's because it won't be explained fully and,
well, yeah, and when they voted, because I was working the polls a lot of people came over to us saying, what is this?
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
We said.
Yeah, we can't talk about it.
It's
Right, you can't,
what,
yeah.
I mean, and it wasn't worded very well.
No, it's ambiguous and that's what makes
And
it
it was
nervous.
sold, and they came to the senior center and they presented it as. I tried to challenge him and, I don't think people got it, but he was basically saying, oh, this is like a one-time good deal, this is great.
Oh, I wonder who that
But
might
I'm like, your taxes go up every
be. Yeah,
year.
exactly.
Right.
and so that's gonna go
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
Yeah.
so,
Right.
but anyways,
Yeah.
we're stuck with it for at least
Alright.
5 years, and 5 years, they do the petition to rescind it.
I get you, yeah.
But-
Yeah,
But again,
but again, so we have to watch that like the water.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, similar.
Not the water, I'm sorry, the trash.
Right, we have to watch it like we need to watch the trash.
Well, see,
Oh,
hard
yeah.
one, because this money is real outside the,
Yeah, it's not like in the budget.
it's not in part of the omnibus budget, this is.
It would affect the finances of the town.
It,
not the
it can,
budget.
it can,
Yeah,
It
it
can
could
help,
affect
yeah.
the budget, because
Right.
if they use one of these buckets, the historic resources to rehab this building,
We gotta take it.
that affects the budget, we don't have to use that
right, it's,
money
it's,
from
instead of
this
capital
bucket.
planning.
It'll
Yeah.
come from this
This
bucket.
bucket.
Right,
It's- so we-
It's definitely financial, and I think it definitely is.
Right, so we'll
yeah, we have
we'll
to
continue.
Yeah.
continue to watch it like we watch the trash.
Yeah.
And then I would think we would make recommendations whether we feel that this is a good way to spend this money.
No, that,
Would-
the-
It's a town
again,
meeting.
but one of the things that, Mary Jane had talked about is doing a pros and cons. It's very similar to what the state does when you have questions on a ballot. They send out a pro and a con, so you can more clearly see it, maybe that's the kind of.
And maybe our recommendation is,
No, yeah, maybe it's not a recommendation, but a list of the pros and cons of.
yeah,
What if you approve this, and again, it helps with grants, maybe a grant's gonna come along with the money that's being, well, if they write a grant for the project they're working on and using some of this money to help fund the grant, and you needed other money to back a grant, it's kind of like, it may be able to come from here, but it's gotta be presented that whole way with that, how much we're transferring from the CPA, and if we do that, there's a matching grant part, say, it's hard. I'm not saying every project would be that way, but you run the opportunity that if you get a grant and you need to have some matching funds, maybe it's CPA funds.
so I think I would feel better if the motion said, I move, whoever it is,
Mhm.
that the town appropriate and reserve from Community Preservation Act revenues the following percentage, 10% of the take, so to speak.
right.
Because we don't know what the take is.
Well,
Yeah, and what happens if we don't have a total?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, again, they will, I believe.
Well, I would assume that anything above would go to the budgeted reserve.
Right, and
But
again, that's,
this looks to the taxpayer that there is a number,
right.
hard number, and these are the hard numbers.
Mm.
And that's not the case, is it?
No, it's not.
No,
Well,
because this
we
is,
shouldn't put it like that.
Percentage is better.
I think a percentage is better, given that the percentage is what it says in the,
these aren't the
It-
numbers that they were actually gonna
I
put into each of these accounts?
yeah, because they really don't know that number yet.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
then again,
shouldn't be a number
you
there.
know, because-
Yeah, that's what I wanna say.
Oh, okay, okay, if
You see what I'm saying? If the rules say 10%,
they put 10%,
Yeah, but 10%.
if these are fake numbers, then I agree with
they're
you.
fake numbers, they
Well,
can't know what they are.
they're the best numbers that they.
But
They're estimates, they're not,
Better yet.
they're not facts.
But they're not
Well, it
facts.
does say estimated revenue.
But I think
It
they
does
should
say
not
estimated.
play with it, because when people see numbers, we have to think how the taxpayers think. They're gonna see a number,
Mhm.
and that's gonna be the number, and you're not gonna change their mind. So if it's
If it's.
higher, then they're gonna go sideways. If it's lower, they'll be
Well,
happy.
if it's lower and those numbers come in and they say, oh, it's 14,000 that's in this account, not 16, they're gonna say, where did the 16 go?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Just,
no, then,
Yeah.
just leave stuff wide open for,
Right,
So
incredible
if-
information, which we
Mhm.
get a lot.
right.
we know with this reserve, no, that's it.
So that reserve can't be that number.
Yeah, that's all.
Again, it's all estimated based on what they estimated that.
And you know, that's how we got sold the trash thing.
Mhm.
You already know.
Yep.
I'm not saying good, bad, or different,
Right.
but I'm just saying, once you put a number in front of somebody, that's the
Mhm.
number.
Yep.
So I don't think it's good.
Well, I think the problem you face is that you have to put a number in, and there's no way to know what the number's actually gonna be until the money actually comes in.
But you know the percentage.
In this case, you do, yes, I mean,
But the
But,
It's
but,
in
what-
there.
and that's
But the
what.
three bucks.
so yeah, all I'm saying is, when you mentioned about what happened with the trash, there was no way to know the numbers on the trash until you actually went through.
Because of the,
Exactly, Dave, exactly.
And so, but you are correct that here, for the first four items, you could put percentages and say the remainder to go to the budgeted reserve.
Right.
For special projects.
right, and the estimates, right, you know, it's kind of like, these are estimates and it's kind of like,
But I don't know, is it,
not actual,
is that I mean,
because it's a forecast, not an actual.
can you, I guess you could make the motion to amend the article to change it to that?
If we're gonna do that, we have to do it on the floor. We have to be prepared.
Because otherwise, we either recommend the way it is here, or we have to amend it to change it to percentages, one or the other. I see what they do, I get what they.
But I see what
know.
you're doing too, Carol, and that is
I know.
offensive to me, because it's a sales pitch.
Yes,
Instead of factual information,
no, I get it.
that's what
No, I get you because,
Mhm.
you know how I'm all about the trash.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we've already gone through that. so.
Yeah, I don't, yeah.
This isn't a judgment on the program, this is a semantic thing, I think we should be using percentages and not numbers, because we don't know the numbers.
Right, and then at the end of the next year, at the end of the FY 27, when we know what the numbers actually were, come back and report that this is the amount that we're gonna use.
That would be very acceptable, yeah,
So,
So if we wanted to amend it, so say, we would say something like from FY 2027 estimated revenues for committee administrative expenses.
well, that's
Would be
5%.
up to 5%.
Right.
No, I think because they've shown it as the 5% number here, I would make it the hard 5%. Because if you say up to, then they can adjust,
But the state says up.
no, yeah, the state
That's the
one
thing,
says
you
up to, so But it only says that for the administrative expenses. It doesn't say that for the other three. The other three, it gives, it says 10%.
10, and then the remainder.
Yeah.
Or maybe the town thinks that it should only be 3%.
Anything about the
It-
Or is that up to the
It could be, but
committee?
I think that's up to the committee. I think that's up to the committee in the sense
So
that,
they don't have to present it to the town.
well, in the sense that that's the money that they have to say, oh, okay, if we fix the reading room, we can apply for this grant, right? And it costs us this much to do the paperwork to do the grant.
What the committee says or,
No,
no, it
that's
doesn't.
not in there.
It's not in there what the
It's not
committee's,
Yeah, that's fine.
So I think the idea is that they can use up to 5% for the
Mhm.
administrative activities. And anything that they don't use in that 5% goes into the budgeted reserve bucket,
Right,
okay?
well, no, yeah, because the
Yeah.
other thing, everything's based on.
Everything else has a hard percentage on it.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know, I guess, I see what they're doing, they're trying to give the most full disclosure, but I just don't like giving people numbers.
Understood.
no, I get that.
Yeah.
No, I agree. It should be what the percentage is.
Right.
Yes, because they don't know the number.
If they wanted to put example,
Example,
Well,
add
that
these up and
confuses too.
say,
Did you ever
if
get
it
like a
was,
salesman from
yeah.
insurance company, here's what you're gonna earn in like 3 decades. No, I just don't like hard numbers when it's not a hard number.
when it may not match it. It could be higher, it could be lower.
And then we're gonna have the pushback from the people. Or even from here, like, what are you doing? What's
Mhm.
going on? We were promised that you said this,
But yeah,
and then you gotta answer. If we say percentage, you don't have to answer.
right, yeah, but we should
But
do the report.
So
Oh, we
that's,
should do the report later,
Well,
yeah.
yeah,
yeah, so that just says that you would have to amend that article on the floor though. to-
That
to
we
change it to that.
recommended, so would we do it if we recommend it?
Mhm.
We
Well,
would.
you can make the motion you can make the motion on the floor to amend Article 4.
Mhm.
You have to make, but the person who makes the suggestion has to amend it.
Right, we can write it out in advance and have it ready there.
Yeah.
The most that Mary Jane goes down.
The
Well,
person
Mary
suggested, yeah,
Mary Jane's gonna go down and read it.
What she's saying is she's not doing it.
No,
You're loud and
I'm
clear.
just saying, Karen, it's kind of like.
Yeah, no, you're saying we can write it up
You
ahead
can
of time.
Type it up.
Right, because you can write it up ahead of time because he always asks for the written
We
amended.
give them something ready.
Yeah, you have to give him something in writing anyway, so you might as well write it up.
Yeah,
Okay, so,
What,
you write it, I'll say it. How about that?
Okay.
Team effort.
I could take a stab at writing it, send it out to everybody.
Yeah, so
For
just,
this,
how is it, you're just gonna say 10%?
Okay.
5%.
Well, it'll be up to
5%.
5%, 10%, the remainder.
okay, we could do up to 5%, and then
Right.
it's 10%
On the other.
on the other, and the remainder. Remainder goes to the reserve.
To the reserve, yeah.
And then we
Just
just,
say it, I have no problem getting up and talking.
and we could say the reason why we're doing this is because these numbers, we don't know that these numbers are correct.
These are, well, that's how we present it. These numbers are estimates. We don't know that these are the actuals. It's kind of like,
it will
so,
change from year to year.
and it will change year to year. It's kind of like, but again, that it would, when we get to next year, FY 28, we'll have new amounts in there, but
Right.
again.
Now,
if
Do you have to rewrite the whole thing in the
Just the
amendment?
motion, just the motion.
Okay, just a motion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think you'd have to say,
I know,
Change.
just the appropriate, yeah. I
you'd
wanna change
you'd have to say
appropriate-
change this line to this.
Yeah, so change the appropriations from the existing.
Okay.
Change or amend?
Change. Because
Okay.
we're recommending to amend the motion to change
make
the
the change.
numbers, to change the numbers to
To
percentages.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just-
recommending the motion to amend.
We're recommending to amend the article
Okay.
to change the numbers to percentages.
Amend the motion. Because they make the motion on the floor and we're
Right.
amending the motion.
or the article or whatever.
change numbers to percentages.
Right.
And then you would just, what it says, and then.
And then underneath
and
it,
amend it. and
underneath
amend
it, put what you
to-
wanna change it
Right.
Then
to.
amend to.
Yeah.
Or change to.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Okay, I can type that all up
And send it to me.
and send, yeah, and send
Thank
it
you.
to everybody. in
Oh,
case-
okay, thank you, Karen.
And then you can all critique it.
Now, I have a question. Is this the money that's just coming from our taxes, or is this also the money that's coming from the state, from the sale of
Say. So,
real estate?
right, and again, we don't know the,
Kathy.
okay, so we, no, the matching. Kathy's talking about the matching CPA funds money.
Oh.
So every time there's a sale of real estate in the state, money goes from that sale into a bucket to,
Which gets distributed
at the end of the
amongst
year,
all the
Towns
communities
that
that have.
participate.
right,
Right.
at the levels and the percentages they are, the towns that are 3% will get a higher amount than we will, because we're at 1%, so this is only a 1%, and so whatever that money is, it's divided up evenly based on the amount
So
of
where
real
does that
estate
money
sales.
go?
Uh,
You know, which,
Well, it will come into the town and then it has to go into the CPA funds, account.
Then I would either have to be 10%, in the
And
rest of
again,
the
I was
reserve.
wondering,
I
you
don't
know, we get-
know that money will probably come in FY 28,
Yeah,
because they have to close the fiscal year,
right.
do all the books. And see all the towns that.
Well, it has to go into, if
Yeah, I was
nothing
just
else, it would
wondering
have to go into at least the reserve
Would
fund.
that go into the budgeted reserve, or would it be split up the same?
The same percentages.
Yeah, I think it has to be split.
Again, it's, you know.
The way I read it,
It has to be split the way we,
but that was my not legal interpretation, but.
So you're saying
But
that
that-
money, there might be more money, is that what you're saying?
well, there will be more money
It's-
from,
right,
than what we
state
get off
matching
of
fund.
the tax.
Well, isn't this basically this
But it's real estate tax
105,000
sales,
including
right?
what the
Only?
state?
No, I think this is based on
Real estate
their estimate of what the
Conveyance,
1%
house
will
sales.
be.
Yes.
So if the
Oh,
market
yeah,
tanks,
because you said it's
It'll be
per
less.
house, what was it you did?
But right
I-
now,
Math.
this has been
Based
going
on
on
the,
for 40 years.
But I didn't-
tax revenue.
Right.
Said, oh,
We have to
yeah,
Right.
okay.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like 1% of that, but you have to minus out $11,000 deductions for every house in town.
That we have enjoyed, right?
Because,
Yeah.
yeah, so other
Oh,
towns benefit
yeah.
from our.
It-
That's,
Yeah.
yeah.
It-
see, I thought this
It
was
gets
real.
us in the ballpark.
Yeah,
I didn't-
You know,
okay.
kind of like.
Because I had they
This
all
is new to us, but not new to the state.
No, I mean, the CPA, because I thought that whenever there was a real estate sale, prior to CPA, not to us, but to the state or the world.
But the tax stamps, that
Yeah.
That was
that's
different.
certain, but is that different now, or is it
Still different,
changed?
yeah.
Oh, it's still
Yeah,
the
this-
same. So we get money back from the sale of property.
The sale of property not within the town, it's a pool for the whole of the
No, I
state.
get what this is, but I'm saying, right now, if you're not in it,
You don't get it.
You don't get any
you don't get
CPA.
anything, you don't even get your percentage of the tax that was sent, that was on your property, they don't do that?
No,
It all goes to the state?
yeah, I would, yeah.
Okay.
And again, that's probably in the cherry sheet, you know, in the cherry sheet numbers. It's not separated out anywhere that I've ever seen. Kind of like this that's a collection, but this CPA is specifically, has been a separate
No,
fund.
I get, I know that, but I was talking with,
So do we need to make a formal motion to recommend the change to
Yes.
Article 4?
Polly, that thing?
Yeah, we need to, do we wanna,
Well, don't we wanna make a motion to amend
Right,
the
We wanna
motion
make
to
it-
change it to?
yeah, so,
So they'll make the
but
motion,
we're recommending Article 4, but
with
wording-
the amendments.
with the amendments.
Okay.
so they come up, they read their amendment first, then we amend it.
Right, they would read the article the motion as it stands, and then
Right,
we would say we want to amend it.
So for this here, we're gonna,
So
But-
I move that we recommend Article 4 with the proposed amendments that we will propose.
with proposed.
Wait, so
Well,
we'll,
with the amendments that we will propose
on the floor.
on the floor.
With proposed amendments on the floor, how about that?
Yeah, that's,
Is that
With proposed amendments on the floor?
on the floor?
Right. I mean, yeah,
Okay, yeah, I'll second, okay, I'll second it.
so we have a motion to approve Article 4.
Yeah.
Well, making
Go
sure that
recommend, no, go forward with proposed
with
amendment
proposed amendments
on the floor. Okay, and then,
Yeah.
write the
yep,
amendment up, then you can all critique it.
yep, that sounds good.
all in favor,
And
Aye.
all opposed? None heard. And
Article 5 was approved.
Approved as
Yeah.
amended. Well, Article 5, what's the
Yeah.
Article 5?
that was
We approved
that
that one.
revolving fund.
that was
Yeah.
a new revolving fund for
Yeah.
the,
Oh, here.
Police detail.
Yeah.
the police detail administrator fee.
Okay, number 5,
Number 6.
Number 6, we didn't
Okay.
do
but we were
anything.
gonna do the revolve, because John printed them, right?
Okay, so I gave those sheets out
Yeah.
last time.
Which one, what did it say at the top?
Okay, so, they look like the BVA's. If you remember what they look like.
I do. I don't remember.
Okay, so,
Is it the ledger history?
okay, so, what I'm gonna do is ask you all to sort of take a look at the sheet that I gave out today.
Oh, today.
The water one?
No,
The
This
first,
this sheet,
the white,
Here, I need you to.
so it's talking about the revolving fund balance.
Okay.
Yeah, it was trying to be in order, so after the warrant, after the motion,
That's the other.
Okay.
we have this sheet.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
if,
Yeah, it's in the packet, that
yeah,
Oh, here it is.
That back sheet is the one that's.
so after the motion,
it's at the bottom, at that, go all the way to the
three
end.
from the back.
Oh, 3 from the back?
Yeah.
1.
That's 2. That one.
Yeah, right there.
Okay, so if you look at it, the right side is gonna look like the chart in Article 6.
45.
So start with 45,000.
Okay, yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so
Yep.
now beside it, I have 2 columns. One says revolving fund balance list,
Mhm.
the other says revolving fund summary list.
Hmm.
And you notice that they have different numbers,
Mhm.
7 and 8.
7 and 8, because when we get the BVA report, they're not the way they read through on the article. So if we're looking for funds, you're gonna be jumping and searching these pieces. So, and we'll just take the first one on
Give us
recycling.
an example.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll start with recycling on the top. The spending limit is 45,000 and I had a spell. I'll fix the spelling on it. But
Yeah, we're like so concerned by the numbers. and
I didn't do
looked
spell check on it. So if we take the first one, so take the revolving fund balance list, so then.
ledger history, trial balance, general ledger, right?
We're now, we're.
No, we're on another
Okay.
page.
So now
Okay.
we're back to the BBAs that we had.
Fund balance general ledger.
So
Which one?
Oh, it's general ledger, okay.
Yeah.
Does it say
Oh, the
the
trial?
Group 1, segment
sorry,
2,
it's
department,
this one.
conservation commission,
Um,
old house meeting
Would you-
road?
General
it must
ledger.
be the other one.
This one's
The other
general
one?
ledger, this one's expenditure ledger.
That's a general ledger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, tell me.
Okay, so it is the one that is in landscape mode, which is
Okay.
the sideways,
Okay, yeah, okay.
the sideways one.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, no, no.
okay, so it's a
Oh my
side.
God, I need it like,
So,
which one?
The sideways one.
Okay.
This one?
yeah, that one.
Where did you find that?
I gave that out last week. You gave that out Tuesday.
Last week.
Tuesday, not last week, but Tuesday.
Okay.
Last meeting.
Yeah, last meeting.
Okay, got it.
It seems like last week.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so
Okay. So,
when I go
Oh,
here,
okay.
right, see the sections? Section 1, section 2,
yeah.
section 3.
But it's
I'm
three sections,
confused.
segments,
Well,
okay, segments, okay,
segments.
yeah.
Okay, so
never
what-
But all the segments
All right,
say
after we
3.
get to that, what are we gonna know?
Okay, You're,
If we ever see
we're
it.
looking for the recycling count, so if you go down.
We gotta
On
go
the second
Here.
page,
Yeah,
the second
Except-
thing down.
Second
okay, so go to the
Right,
second
right.
page.
It's actually the seventh item in that list. Does it make sense? Does it
What
make
did you
sense?
say? Oh, revolving,
Six, seven.
no, wait.
Okay.
Cemetery,
Yeah.
No,
Oh, recycling.
recreation,
recycling, Board of Health, you're
Board of Health, you wanna look right here, Board of Health.
on this? On this sheet?
No, I'm really
BOH,
lost.
Board of Health,
oh, BOH,
okay?
Where are you,
I
Kathy?
see it.
Second page right here,
Second page, second.
Okay, so now that we're here, what are we
Board of
looking
Health.
Am I on the right page?
Oh,
for?
okay.
Jerry,
Yes.
God.
Board
Oil.
of- right
look
page.
right here.
Yeah,
So I-
Board of Health revolving.
Okay.
So we talked about, and it's a $45,000.
Okay, that's that,
That's-
okay.
that's-
So that matches.
That's what we match, and it's kind of like, and this is the first time we're looking at these, so we have, it's kind of like, so
So what do we know?
we know that they're asking for $45,000 on Article 6
Correct,
for Board of Health,
yeah.
but it's number one. Here, we're looking at it on the second page, so you're not looking, it's not gonna be
it's not
listed,
in order.
it's not in order,
Oh,
that's-
that's okay.
so,
We can.
but that's what
Oh,
this
yeah,
map is.
oh,
Is that-
I can find it. This is.
So the map is trying to tell you,
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but the map's not really working for me.
Well, you're saying it's item 7.
right, it's item 7 on this list, so if you go back to the top,
John, you know, what, you are too much of a numbers guy.
Okay,
Please don't
1,
make,
2,
you
3,
dream in
4,
numbers.
5,
sometimes I
6.
think,
Yeah, I think.
so,
What
one,
the-
1,
is it
2,
G?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
Okay,
what
how did she?
Maybe-
8,
1, 2, 3, 4,
It is
5,
8.
6,
Look.
7,
8.
8, I got it right, okay,
8,
You got it
8.
right.
8.
okay,
So it's 8.
Okay.
So that's the
On my
call. I
list,
had you
it's
in the
eight.
wrong
Try to
Okay.
help us.
I was trying to help you because you're gonna be jumping
Alright,
from,
Gotcha.
I got it.
Point A to
Because-
point B.
because no, but that's the thing, once,
He's
Oh,
saying
yeah.
on this thing.
Yeah.
I got
It's
it.
A.
so,
It's
it's the
in
eighth,
the
But
eight.
it's.
Oh, it's
in
the age group.
it's in the
Okay.
8th group,
So if
Okay.
you count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, look over. And it's 8, because that's
Okay.
still part of cemetery up
Okay.
above, and then you
Yeah.
find.
Oh, 45, okay.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so when we eventually get there, we wanna make sure.
Thank
Then
you,
what?
teacher.
okay, so look, but
Okay.
that's why, this is not, it's kind of like,
Oh my God, I wanna go back to HTC.
okay,
Okay,
so are you going to the other?
We have no numbers.
Because that's,
So we have this,
that's,
Okay,
Okay, so now we're
Yeah,
at
right.
45.
that's the 7th one,
right,
so
So there-
if you go to the other sheet,
Which one?
this one, it is now the 7th one, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, so, okay, oh, I see what you did.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
like an index.
It's,
This
it's
is an
an,
index
it's an index to get you
to be able to use these 2 sheets.
correct,
Got it,
and,
okay,
and map to as they're going down from the motions.
okay.
Okay, for you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Did you get it right?
I
off the
don't, I
bat?
don't understand what this sheet shows me though,
Okay.
because this one shows, because the number here is so
here's
big.
the money they have in the
that's,
revolving.
these are the balances.
Okay,
Oh,
so
these are balances.
This,
this one's the balance, current balance,
so the balance could be higher than what they can spend,
right,
but they're only gonna spend that much money in a year.
right, okay.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Now that we're there.
So
They've
yes, it's,
had $19,000 come in and they've spent 24.
That's like BVA talk, right?
that's BVA talk,
Yeah, okay, I understand that now.
okay,
A year later, I got it. So they have, now wait, it is now May. They have
yes,
$24,000 left. So is this one of the ones that we can say you can't have that much money?
Because,
No,
no,
you
it-
don't wanna do that.
no, this is very different, this is a revolving count that goes year to year, this doesn't stop at the end of a year or anything.
Mhm.
It's kind of like the money's just in there,
But
this one's for the recycling center, is that what this revolving?
that's what that
That's what
revolving.
this
revolving
spending
account
limit
for
is,
is the
so they can-
recycling
Right,
center?
so when you read across,
Spending limit.
Right, that just says
Yeah.
recycling, so that,
Right.
Only spend
Yeah,
that much.
so that, but that's the
Yes.
name in,
Oh,
yeah, they could bring in
that is
$3
recycling,
million and they can only spend 45,000.
correct.
okay.
so what is our watchdog look for, to see if if they spent more than?
No,
what they're
we're
allowed?
concerned whether they have enough money in their spending limit,
Right,
because
that's,
things go up.
And we're comparing that to,
we're comparing, right now, it's only to this year that they've got the 45 in
and they've
the,
only spent 24,000,
right.
so they're good.
And they still have
We think they're
3
good,
months.
yeah.
They still have 20,000 left that they can spend.
Right.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. They might have money left over.
Well, they will have money in the account because the balance one is gonna show that there's a bigger balance in there.
Right.
Now, is
So-
this one of those mentality things where if they have the money, they spend it?
No,
Okay.
they are cautious, they only spend it on, this is to keep the recycle center and pay for the labor in the
Okay.
recycle center, pay for the pickups
Pickup of
and
all the
disposal. So that's, they get their fees, and so we have the money going in, the credits are going in, and then the debits are going out.
Yeah.
Right. And so
So
my question on the
Yep.
fund, I understand what we're showing here.
Yep.
If they are allocated to spend 45,000 next year,
mhm,
right?
Yeah.
But they start the year with 40,000 already in the account, and then they have their credits coming in,
right,
right? What happens with essentially the excess money? Because they're gonna wind up the year
It
with a lot
stays in.
more.
revolving account, it stays in there.
Okay,
If they
So,
are gonna
A
spend,
few years back, they upgraded the building up there. I believe some of that came out
Mhm.
of the revolving
Right.
account. So
okay,
they will spend it, but it might be on more of a capital type project comes out of there.
right.
and then does that have to get approved by anybody, or do they just do that?
It's in the revolving account, so as long as it stays under their spending limit, it would.
Right, but I guess what I'm saying is, so
If they want to,
if they want to, if they have,
Mhm.
I mean, it looks like essentially they bring in around 45,000 a year,
Right,
right?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
fine. So if they start the year with 60,000, they bring in 45 and their spending limit is 40, so they're spend 45, so they're gonna spend 45 on normal operation,
mhm,
and they wanna spend 20,000 to upgrade it.
right.
Do they have to come to somebody to say, we have this extra money in the account, we wanna spend it on this
Yep.
item?
If they're already at their spending limit, and they wanna do it in a year, the answer is yes. It doesn't have to be a town meeting. There's an exception to the policy in voting. What happens at town meeting, that if both the select board and the finance committee approve an increase in the spending, it can be increased during the year.
Okay, so if they wanna spend more than 45,000 next year, we have to approve it, and the board, and the select board has to approve it.
If we vote only 45,000 at town meeting, yes.
Oh, okay.
Right, so these are the amounts we're gonna vote at town meeting
Mhm.
in the article. And like I said, I don't like that we can do things outside town meeting. I'd rather see if we can do it.
Yeah.
And so this is
Right.
really the first year we're looking at
Recycle.
Right,
these reports and saying, for the revolving fund.
let me ask another question.
Yep.
On the balance ledger,
Mhm.
the column says debits this period to date and credits this period to date. Is that period from the start of the last fiscal year to now, or is it, okay, so basically they're saying so far this year on the Board of Health account, so far this year, they've paid out 19,205 over the past 9 months.
Right.
10 months maybe.
Yeah.
And they brought in 24,000, so they've brought in roughly 5,000 more than they've had to spend.
That's right, but it could be a half full dumpster up there that,
Sure, no,
Yeah.
right, I know,
so it's.
so in April, in May and June, they may have to spend 20,000 for whatever reason.
Sort them all out, yeah.
But they may also bring in another 10,000.
Right. Yeah.
And so then if, in that, okay,
And they'll be in their limit, so
Now,
yes,
who sets that number?
we do a town meeting every year.
Oh, no, but do they ask you, or do we just take it out of the cloud?
Well, that's the thing, every year, it's kind of like this, every year at town meeting, we used to see the article, but never the behind the scenes numbers. This is the first year we're seeing the numbers for the revolving account. And so we're trying to,
I think the departments.
the
know
departments
what they're
would,
gonna need
right,
and would ask for
So they put the 45,000 down.
They,
They did it. They
Right. So-
gave it to. whoever makes it.
and when expenses go up, there's been expenses and increases in this, but
Because this also includes like their electric bill and stuff
their
like
budget.
that.
for.
Only, this is what they
This
spent
is for
in
the
totality,
recycling center
only,
Mhm.
but in total,
Yeah.
of all the money that they
Yeah.
will spend.
and they wanna remain self-sufficient, that's why they'll go up in their fees if they need to.
Right.
So that they get,
So 45,000, they believe that they can live within that budget.
Yeah.
So to speak.
Right,
So let me ask this question on the Conservation Commission, which is $20,000.
Where are you? Oh my
okay,
God,
she's
why-
jumped to number
You
8,
did a jump
I didn't jump, but it's second on the,
yeah.
it's the second one
on
on
which
this,
one?
on this one. And it's 20,
Which would be the revolving fund summary list,
and it's for the old meeting house park / repair and maintenance.
correct?
But they haven't expended any money.
No, there's money in there and nothing has been spent for the year.
have they spent money in the past?
That is, this is right now the problem, because we only have this year's. I didn't know when we were requesting the information that I should have gone back to at least got full years,
Oh,
you know, like an FY 25
Well,
report to look
I
at.
do know this.
But-
Are you on the conservation committee?
No.
Okay, so Jerry knows this, I know this, and Kathy knows this, because we just went to the conservation meeting. They had those three young men that want to clean up.
Mhm.
So maybe, assuming that this 20 is the same 20 and they've never spent it,
Mhm.
this might be a year that they will,
Will.
because they're putting into place these
A yeah.
cleanup
Mhm.
project.
A cleanup
Oh,
for
right.
perpetual,
Remember the?
perpetual care.
Yeah,
I
there's three men from bicycling
It
clubs.
wasn't just on the river though?
No, it
Oh,
was land trails and water trails.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
what they're trying to do, which I think is amazing for Townsend, is that they wanna clean up all the trails in Townsend. So that you can do walking trails without tripping, falling,
Mhm.
getting,
Okay,
bit by a
yep,
snake.
yep.
And then they wanna do it for walking,
Mhm.
bicycling,
It's
snowmobiling. And they wanna do eventually the Squanicook
Yeah.
River. So
Okay, that would be good.
that would be good. Now, they do get grants. They get their own grants.
Okay.
This is only for old meeting house.
Yeah, they're starting
That's-
there.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And-
That's gonna be their first.
And that's the
Okay.
piece, when you look at the list of the revolving,
Mhm.
and you get into the details of what the account names really are, you look like you have something different,
And you know, Dawn,
so.
that also, when we look at these numbers, it's
Yep.
really good. But I would have said, looking at this number, like, oh, like would they need the 20,000? They haven't spent it.
Mhm.
It's May. But because we happen to know this little tidbit,
Mhm. Right.
then we could keep it open.
So where does,
Well, it stays open.
well, like, okay, so in this case, where do they, so I see that
Well,
on the
yep,
balance, no money went out this year, no money came in.
Right.
How do they get money coming in?
that's the next thing I wanna know. I don't know that yet, but those are questions that came up.
To
As
this particular.
In this particular account, right?
That's
I wonder
one,
if it's from wood cutting and stuff like that.
Logging?
it
Yeah,
maybe, but I
Or
couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
It's kinda like, so we'd have to go
look
back.
at during
Right.
the year and
This gets
become
to-
acquainted with.
yeah.
Right, it's
This
kinda like.
is important.
It is, and that's why it's always been in the back of my mind to look at it, but this was really the first year that I requested.
Yeah, this is good. We should
Data.
look at this every so often.
So,
All right, Carol, pick another one.
That was the one I saw that didn't have any money expended against it.
oh no,
Oh, no, there's another one
This-
down
this-
here.
yeah.
Yeah, there's more.
there's more.
Yeah, there's more.
I
Um,
go in order.
well,
Lot easier.
that's, yeah,
Which order?
which one? So,
All right,
yeah, so if we go,
Jerry, you wanna go in this order?
yeah.
Jerry wants to go in this order.
Start
You
with
wanna say it.
the second one is recreation program in, from,
Just so talking. Okay, where's that? That
It's on the
is
second page.
8-9.
yeah,
That's on the second page.
What's the last one?
yeah,
Oh, you could have put last ones on it.
but only, yeah,
Well, you are talk to senators.
Recreation.
Not really, I'm just like not the brightest bulb.
Because we're, you know,
Okay.
But, and that's the thing, it's kind of like, I think one way and not, it's not, you know, it's kind of, I think like a left-hander, so.
So this account is basically, this account is basically the whole recreation for the summer program and
Yeah.
anything
The whole
else they
world,
might
yes.
do in the different, in the winter or whatever.
Except for her salary, just let's talk about that.
Yeah,
Mm,
No, don't talk
okay,
about it.
no, you'll see, if you will. Kind of,
Oh, I can't wait, tell me.
no,
No, keep
it's,
going.
it's
Okay,
kind of,
so now we have,
so that one, so the one is the numbers, so they've got the 100,000, we upped that from 80,000 a couple years ago.
okay, because,
They said they were spending more than the 80,000 that it was at the time. So, and again, if we're not getting as much revenue, if we're not having as many expenses, why keep it at 100,000? That's,
agreed 1,000.
it's kind of like, so that's a piece of, let's do the appropriate level and review it.
Well, that's what I was getting at the old meeting house road, the
Mhm.
20,000. I would have said before, let's get rid of this, let's
Mhm.
do that, but I happen to know this
Good.
information
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
conservation.
And I'm all about,
Hiking, you're a hiker?
no, but cleaning the trails.
No, I agree 100%. I
Yeah.
think it'd be wonderful for the town, economically,
Yeah,
environmentally, the whole works.
yeah, it could,
But let's really concentrate on this.
Right, well, it's
Well-
kind of,
Oh, I'm
Okay.
not sworn in yet.
okay,
You didn't go down and get.
Not yet, no.
No,
okay.
If I can talk about it.
No, it's kind of like, I mean, as somebody on the committee, I would expect, why not look at this too?
Oh,
They kind of, so,
but this doesn't tell us where they get their money from.
no,
they
but
get it from,
but
I
if
know
you-
the answer.
if you look at the, other sheet,
Oh.
Oh, this one, the,
that's when
it
it's
tells you what, how much money they brought in.
brought in this
The
year,
last one.
so that would be the eighth one. The
It's
eighth
the
thing.
next to last.
can I even?
So they brought in 85,000.
No, they brought in 94,000 so far this year.
Where did you see that? Oh,
Credits this
that's
period.
credits?
Yeah,
So that's to bring in.
So that's,
Right.
yep, that's
Okay.
the credits is how much is come in. And the debits is how much has been paid out.
Yeah, it would be nice to see what that is.
Well, it should be right on that sheet.
it is.
No, I mean,
Yes, well,
what are we buying? Oh, okay.
yeah,
Yeah, okay, I get it.
that's,
So-
we're just looking at the
so
summary
I
now
would say
because
the
to get into detail, it's
We'll
it's
be
the
here all
weeds.
night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the weeds.
Okay,
yeah.
We wanna look at, do we have the right numbers being
Well,
presented?
I
to
would
town
think that 94,000
meeting?
and they, 100, I don't think that's a big leap. I mean,
No, that's
you know,
why,
they might do something else a
right,
little over. I mean, I don't think that's
No.
outrageous.
No, it's not.
no, so that seems appropriate.
Yeah, it seems
Yeah.
appropriate, yeah.
Yep.
All right, can we check off recreation?
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
Did we check off recycling too?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're okay
We're all,
with that.
okay.
Yep.
and then we checked off conservation as well.
We did? It's not even
We
on the
did,
list.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Well, it is, it's number 8 on the.
We just
Number
did
8.
that one.
Oh,
We just did that,
conservation.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, meeting house health.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh, shit.
so if we
So,
go to number 3 on the,
facilities. Oh, I say give him that much money. They need to spend money.
right, and I believe this is Memorial Hall rental fees. Might go to this.
Okay,
Really?
Who rents the hall?
anybody, one year we rented it for the Cub Scouts to run our,
Oh, you did?
our Pinewood Derby upstairs.
Oh, you be able to do that reading room now.
That's,
Well, I won't, because my son's been out of Cub Scouts for 15 years, so.
You're all
Your
set.
grandchildren.
Yeah.
Okay,
But-
so that's.
So that's
Oh,
big.
I mean, those kind of things.
Rentals, that, I think
Yeah.
that's reasonable.
so it has the balance.
Do you think it should
Yeah.
have higher? So what? What are you looking at?
they've only brought in $177,
Right, and if you look at the expenses, they've only,
spent 20.
Okay.
Oh, I was listening to Dave.
So I don't understand what,
Why do they need it?
well, it's a way that if you receive funds for renting the hall,
Uh-huh.
if you have to clean it and
Oh,
say
uh-huh.
hire Serpro or whoever to come in and do it, the funds would come out of there, not out of the facility.
out of the budget.
out of the budget.
So they must have started this out with like $5,000 or something.
They may have,
So we should watch this.
again, yeah, it's kind of like,
What?
you know, it's not a very active one, so 4,000,
Very active.
Yeah, not at all.
right.
We'll keep our eye on it.
How often do
Okay,
they
so let
bring
me
the
ask
hall?
you
That's the big
Yep.
thing, yeah.
On
And
this
they give
sheet
you a hard
here,
time
it
about
says
it.
allocated 51, whatever.
Left and right.
But over here, it's
I know.
4,000.
And
Four-
this is
4,000 is the spending limit.
Okay, and what is this, how is this allocated dollars different than the allocated $4,000? Am I looking at the right one? Meeting hall contracts.
Which one are you
Facility
doing?
maintenance.
She's still
Oh,
on them.
So this is,
Because I'm looking at, cause here.
so this is the balance.
No,
That's the
This is the balance in the account, and,
Oh, okay.
and this is what they're spending.
I say
And
let
so
them
this
keep
is,
it.
this is the ending balance.
Bring in more money.
So that was,
So those,
And if
so
they
this
can't bring in
doesn't
more
have to
money-
match.
Well, actually,
They should have
interesting
had
thing, Don, I think
Okay,
the debits this period is what they're actually bringing in, and the credits is what's going out.
What?
Because if you look at this, because if you just look at this one, right?
Yeah.
It started with 5168.
yeah,
Yes,
If you
I
take
think-
away, if you take away 157, you're gonna get that. So I think they brought in, 20 came in and 177 went
yeah,
out.
debits, credit, yeah.
Right, but this
Okay,
says
I'm back,
credit,
yeah.
that says debit. Now,
Yeah.
did you create this or
This
did you
was
pull this out?
from Elizabeth, the accountant.
So
Okay, so
I
I
think we
got
just-
backwards.
I think we just,
The columns.
I was
seem to be
going
back.
back, okay.
okay, so you're saying the debit column is,
it's really the
is you're
credit.
you're debiting the account,
Oh my
and the
God.
credit is you're
Right, which
taking it
makes
up.
sense. The
Yeah.
debit is what comes in, right?
Yeah.
But let's, all
Well, I
right,
always think of debit's going out.
Right, I always think
It's,
of debits going out and credits coming in, but it's the opposite here.
Yeah.
But yeah, because.
Is that, and that makes
so
sense.
how does that change what the information is?
Well, how it changes is, so if we go back down to the Recreation Commission, they actually brought in 51,000 and spent 94,000.
Yes.
Oh, wait, well, on which one?
If you go back to Recreation, they
Last
actually
page.
brought in 51,000 so far and they've spent 94.
Okay, wait a minute, I gotta process that.
Oh,
Okay,
But they started with 85 and they still have 42
So-
left.
There was 85 to start,
Mhm.
brought in 54 to get to 130, and then they spent 94. So,
And
so
so now
what
they're
you
at
have to
42.
remember, Mary Jane, is that summer rec starts in July.
Oh,
right,
So that's,
oh,
but the money coming in comes in,
in June or May or
Right.
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, you know,
It's like,
it's topsy-turvy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's hard,
And that's why you
so
need complete
Yeah.
these two things often are not going to match.
Okay.
Right, except in the case of, if you look at this one we're on now, which is the maintenance, right?
Facilities.
The facilities, yes, the credit is 177, and if you look at his line on this one, you can see that it says they spent 177 out of their 4,000 allocation
Right.
this year.
for cleaning supplies or.
So I would say,
So that's what made me say, wait a minute, those two columns mean different things.
different
Yeah.
things, so
Different
I would
things.
say this would be one of the things to watch, because if they're only gonna spend $20 every year.
No, they spent 177.
And let's say they spend 200 every year
Mhm.
and bring in nothing. How much do they bring in, $20?
So far.
why,
Right, so
why
they-
do we leave that at 4,000? Why don't we just reduce
Right,
that?
yeah, that's what
Well,
I'm saying.
this is our first year looking at it.
Right. that's our
And we
first-
don't have a whole
Because we
year.
don't have the
And we don't
history.
have
So we give everybody the benefit of the doubt, but we should
This-
watch this one.
This-
Well, we would need to watch them all.
Well, no, I understand that, but this one, we could give this to facilities where they can really fix something.
Wait,
Like if
Or is
we
it not?
saw like
Okay,
a
so-
year's history
maybe, is it? get
in,
fixed
in that.
in town?
No, that comes out of the,
Oh, there's a special, okay.
that's the, yeah. you know
Okay.
what I mean.
Yep, I know.
Thank you, Dave, for really putting everything in like,
But
And that,
if
again,
somebody
it's kind of
rents
like-
the hall,
yeah,
say they spill something on the wood floor
yeah, it's gotta be
and it
fixed.
has to be fixed. that
Yeah,
would be
oh, I
needed.
see, so that's like an emergency.
So you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't know.
so
exactly-
some years it's
But I
probably
don't
more
need to
than that.
know how much they're making on renting the hall, I
Mhm.
just think That's what I'd like to watch,
Yeah.
cause $170,
Right.
they
But
would,
then
No, no,
again,
no,
$20.
They made $20. So maybe nobody rented the, I mean, we don't know if that's
That's
where,
been
that's where the
Sometimes they
funding
waive the
source
fee.
comes.
Sometimes they waive
Yeah.
the fee.
probably.
Right, for all I know, when we did it with the Cub Scouts, maybe because it was the Cub Scouts, they said you don't have to pay. I don't know.
Oh, cause you were little.
Back then,
Yeah.
I think they did.
Not now.
Right.
But
It's very well.
today's world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
$200, you gotta have $1 million worth of insurance.
Bring your own insurance.
Yeah, crazy.
Oh, that's right, yeah, you.
Oh, yeah, we know that.
Okay, that's right.
Alright, so.
All right,
Yeah,
so
we're
we go
good
to the-
Okay, so we're good with that one,
Yeah.
right?
Everything it carries.
Okay,
So I'm not even gonna look at the chat, I'm just gonna listen to you people tell me, cause
Okay, so
okay, so the
Carrie and I have no idea where we are.
I am totally just.
cemetery and parks. Now, this is the fund that the
When-
new people are coming out of.
correct.
Okay,
If we happen to go to the detail, it's kind of like you can see.
the temporary help.
This is the temporary, help. This is where the
Yeah, and
temporary.
then the totals on the next.
Oh, the next, oh, the plan will tell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, this 2 pages?
Mhm.
Yeah, the.
yeah, it goes across.
You gotta go flip over. for the total.
Okay, so $12,307 is what, Dave? What they brought in?
No, that's expended on this sheet. It's-
Cemetery, they brought in 15,447 and they've spent 14.
On the other sheet.
He's looking at, you gotta go back and forth.
Yeah,
Right around this area.
Yeah.
Third one, right here, I think.
That, oh, no, what is?
Well,
Cemetery,
it
yeah.
almost
It's a
seems to
cemetery.
me.
Oh, I see, the 15,447, and they spent 14,000, and how much they wanna spend, 35?
they're
Well, no,
allocated
that's their-
35. That's what they can spend.
That's what they.
And they have
spend
42,000 in the kitty,
They,
so they're in their ballpark,
right,
Mhm.
they're okay.
Yeah, so and again, when they get to doing some real lane clearing and building, that's where,
Right. Fire alarm,
yes, so there's, okay, so here,
fire alarm revolving fund?
so if you look, this says 5-2, because in
Oh my
the fifth
God.
segment, there are three or four different accounts.
I see.
1, 2, 3.
So you're saying those,
Oh, fire,
okay, so you're saying in the fire EMS department, there are 3 revolving accounts?
Correct.
oh,
Okay,
First on the list is fire.
oh, I see, I see.
Where do you see fire?
You got fire alarm,
It is
Well,
the
this one
second,
here-
it's the
EMS
second one.
fire,
Well,
what
it's
is it?
here,
Hazardous
but
materials?
over here, there's no fire.
I
Uh,
don't see fire.
On,
it's in the the second one is in the
oh, the fire one,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, I see,
Yeah.
okay,
4-1,
yeah.
5-2 and 4-1.
Okay, I got it,
Second one down.
all right, I got it.
Yeah.
There's gotta be another way.
There does, but this was what we had these pages,
Give them what we have.
so
They fire alarm,
Okay, yeah.
it does.
Yeah.
So on that one, it should be the second account.
It says.
meeting house hill, meeting hall
No,
revolving.
fifth
Right in there.
Yeah.
Oh, fire alarm in the middle.
and the yeah,
Yeah.
that's why. I
So is
said the
fire
wrong thing.
ref community different?
Yes. That's
And fire
5-1.
EMS is different?
5-3.
Oh, you've
So-
done this for us.
right, and they haven't actually expended anything yet this year, but that doesn't mean they won't.
Right.
Okay, so let me ask a question. Carol's concerned about their bunker gear. Does that come out of this?
No,
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 Okay.
no, this,
no, that's
this,
coming out of the sale of property.
You're what?
right,
Sale
that's
of
coming out of the
properties.
sale of property.
So what fire alarms does this maintain? The fire alarms in
Be in the
town
building.
buildings?
Yeah, so they go around and they inspect, I believe this is what it is. They go around and they do fire alarm inspections, like in the schools, any
oh,
public building.
Any public building?
And there's a fee for that. So the fees go in here, but
Okay,
there's also a cost.
a
to it.
cost to send the inspector out. So it's not actually paying to say replace the alarm
No.
No,
right there.
no.
It's paying for the person to
For the
come in and
inspection
do
of
it.
Get the
And
right
then,
time.
the department gets paid to have them come in.
Yeah.
That had to be a special.
Okay, so that means they probably, is that scheduled like once a year?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not time for them to do it yet, so that's why they haven't spent anything.
Yeah, I
yet.
think they do it sporadically over, like they might do all the schools.
And
in
don't they have
one-
to do homes to make sure those
No.
are working? And
No.
it's on sale anymore? No?
Maybe, it's being sold, they may.
Yeah.
They may have to do that.
So why is it a
Well, no,
revolving
like
fund?
the Reed House is connected to the,
Town.
to the town, just.
Yeah, but that's a private.
No,
That's not private?
the the Reed House, no, that's private.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
I was
reading
thinking the
room is-
reading
the
room
reading
is what I
room
was
is-
thinking.
Right,
The reading
reading room, art library.
Yeah.
So this may be just for the town buildings that it goes to, but we're not sure.
Right,
Right.
So
It's kind of like the,
why do they have to have a revolving fund for that? Why can't they just put it in their budget?
because money comes in
right,
and then money goes out. It's kind of
Yeah.
like, and you want,
So you're saying
Because
the
if the
money
money
comes in from
came
a
in-
separate,
it would go into the general fund.
oh, but they wanna get it. I get it.
Because, yeah.
because
so-
it's.
It's almost easier to track it that way rather than,
Yeah, I agree,
Yeah.
I agree.
rather than come into the general fund.
And then it goes and then they have
Where
to.
we're renting.
Right.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, given
Yeah.
the, yeah, fine.
Okay.
Okay, so.
So-
Okay, so they're good,
Okay,
they're
now,
good.
do you wanna go next on the list, or do you wanna stick with the fire because there's two other?
No, let's just go down the list.
Okay,
Yeah,
That's
you got
fine.
You wanna
$1,000.
just stay in,
Animal
Order.
care.
Animal care.
Right.
going
Okay.
what, 6?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Animal care.
And so what, do we have any idea what this is?
Is that book we're supposed to be keeping track of?
no, this is not the book.
We always ask.
This
Yeah,
is,
it's somebody that-
if you look on the sheets, I think it's, if they have to board any animals,
Oh,
Oh.
that this fund would be boarding, and then there'd be a charge back.
But what animals would they,
Oh,
well, if you-
somebody,
if they found-
puppy.
If they found, my dog got out and they found it, they weren't sure who it belonged to.
then they would,
So they would take it
Yeah,
and feed it. and-
yeah, get that.
Yeah, and maybe it might need some kind of care because it was hit.
Right.
Yeah, like
So-
one day I called because I was at my daughter's house and there was a little bird that had a broken wing. Did I
Oh.
know what to do?
There you go, it's
$1,000. She came and took
How
it.
much did they bring that money?
So-
How much did they bring in?
She took it and
Yeah.
then Will picked
Well,
it
don't look.
Like nothing.
till it
Nothing.
can fly again.
So this
Okay.
again this is our first time looking at them. We'll have questions like this.
Mhm.
Where
does the money come in?
I wonder if they ever have any big animals that they lose, like a cow.
a cow,
Well,
of
the
course.
cow-
I
Well,
mean,
we lost a horse once.
You lost a
Lost
horse?
a horse?
Yeah, it was when we first moved in, we just had, wire fencing up,
Oh, yeah.
right? Not a wood or a plastic. And this horse that somebody was keeping at the house, he backed in, it was electric wire fence.
Oh,
He backed into it and got a little bit of shock, jumped through now the wire on the other thing, and he had actually just come here. He had been up in Mason.
Oh.
Went running up on the hill behind my house. I'm standing there looking, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Now we're,
Ran down the driveway across the street into the woods and was gone.
Really?
And
Ended up in Mason, didn't
so
it?
my wife and the girl whose horse it was, they went out looking for it. And the next day they went riding through around the school, the woods there. And finally, like at 5 or 6 the next day, it popped out at the bridge,
Really?
ran across the road, slipped and fell in the road, and then kept going. They actually finally caught it up near the New Hampshire line. The thing was going home.
Yeah.
He was going home. I was like, it was, but I mean, so we never,
Did they find you for that?
no, I mean, the animal control she never had to do anything because we found,
but if she found it,
But if-
somebody reported
Or
a,
where was she gonna keep him overnight?
right. There's gotta be somebody that has a.
Well, we reported the horse missing, so the police knew. And, cause actually, I think we might have gotten the call from the police saying, oh, well, a horse just ran across Route 19 at the bridge.
Yeah.
And so,
Would you know anything about it?
well, they just said,
Yeah,
oh,
they just
could that be yours? And we figured it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could
On
be.
the way to Mason, I didn't know horses did that. I knew dogs did.
Cats do that.
Do cats?
Yeah. Yeah, the cats do
Yeah, I
that.
can picture a horse.
Okay,
So anyway,
so we're partway through.
so I think we're good for animals.
Okay.
Animal
Okay,
control,
for animals.
Yeah.
probably, yeah, it's kind of like,
And I guess the fire EMS,
That's,
Did
no,
anybody say no?
that's the first one, yeah.
Oh,
So that's the-
well, this is hazardous material.
This is it.
This is,
No,
no, that's
No,
the
it's
third one.
Aegis.
That's the third one.
This is community events.
What's a community event?
Oh, yeah.
Fundraising?
You know, when they bring the trucks to the library, then we go to look at it and.
You know, like Truckapalooza or
Hold it.
something.
Why does it say for hazardous?
No.
No,
That's
that's,
the
that's,
different
that's,
It's
that's
a
number
different-
3.
Look at the
Oh,
top
oh.
one. It says revolving
I don't have my
community
glasses.
events. Temporary
Events.
wages. So maybe like was it Truckapalooza at the library when they bring all
Costs
the.
$5,000 to take the.
But no,
Maybe.
it's kind of like, it's for the whole year's worth of activities and,
Okay, I get it.
yeah.
So if they put a fire truck in a parade, maybe, I don't know.
Well, see,
Somebody's
this is
gotta
like
drive
Dawn's right, this is like just a little bit of a taste, and then as we go through the year.
Right.
Oh,
Well,
community
right.
events,
Yeah,
like
community
Truckapalooza.
event.
Or-
And if you look at this, I mean, if you look at this one on the balance sheet, they brought in 2,800, they spent 2,800, so it's
kind of
Yeah.
get settled too.
a total, it's a total wash.
So the question is, do they need 5,000?
Again, this is 9
They
months.
take
We don't know.
2803 and spend 2803.
I don't know, but that's what it says.
That's how they do it, you saw how those receipts were, and
It's okay.
those
Again,
invoices,
that's-
come on, Kathy.
That's for the people
Break
that
down
signed
to
the
the
warrant.
penny.
Yeah, and then we got the hazardous.
Yeah.
But that's not next, right?
No.
Yeah, it is, because we did conservation.
They,
Oh, okay.
the conservation is meeting house.
So we're okay with the 5,000 for the.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the hazardous materials.
No, we're,
what is this? Is this for
So this is,
disposing?
it could be disposing of their hazardous materials or something they may
We
pick up.
don't
at-
know, we haven't been
It's
there.
something that they pick up and then I have to, I have some hazardous material I want them to come take, I have to pay them and.
They come and take hazardous material?
No,
we
no,
have to
no.
bring it
no,
up.
no. If it's at a fire scene,
I'm
I'm
thinking, that's what I'm
thinking,
thinking.
it's gotta be about fire scenes, not just hazardous waste.
Like at a gas station, maybe, I don't know.
Right,
Hmm.
exactly. That,
I mean,
So again, we can have,
So this one does not have an entry in the balance
right,
ledger.
that's interesting.
so that's, again, one to watch, ask the questions. about-
Watch, I gotta put watch next to that.
Because, and you'll see that there's a blank on the balance list.
Right, right.
But, so there was no math.
Yeah, I think the blanks are a red flag.
There, because the same thing was with the animal care. It's kind of like, so those two didn't necessarily have anything. Right.
Now, I understand animal care because they probably don't have 5 cents.
Hmm.
But
Right.
$10,000 with no
For the spend.
vacation?
Yeah, so
That's a red flag, everybody.
but
Then I only need 125.
yeah,
for
but they
Barker.
may not have had any fires or any
right,
need to use it,
So I
right,
guess again, that goes to,
That goes to-
what is
a good
it
thing.
for?
right.
What is it for?
Yeah, so somewhere, when we look at the one the police are creating, it talks about exactly what it's gonna be for.
Of course it does, because he's great at his
And
budgeting.
so we need.
He knows
to-
what he's
I
doing.
think now we need to go back and visit all of these and make sure they
If
all
they
have
look
that
like the
thing.
police form. Can
Right.
we use the police form as an example and give it to everybody?
I think so,
Yeah.
go back through each of these and say, I mean,
Yeah,
that'll be for next year. And again, when we go to the next one, it's not on the list and it's blank for the warrant, but I just put it here because.
then that's for being detail cruiser fees?
The, no,
No,
the
the
school
blank.
resource officer.
Oh, that's not on the warrant.
It's not on the warrant because the warrant number is blank. So I should have put an XX there also. But there is a balance in the school resource, which was brought out at the audit.
Oh, yeah, I remember
So-
that.
Right, so that's,
Where's that?
It's not on here because it's
so,
on the
yeah.
budget.
You know what else isn't on these revolving funds? Didn't they create one for public records?
It's the very last one. on the
But
list.
that's, it's not on Article 8 list.
Yeah, it is, on Article 6. On Article 6, it's number 13.
Okay, why am I on Article 8 with all these?
Oh, town public records, I see it.
Wrong,
Wrong one.
wrong copy.
Oh my
Let's just read that one.
So we have firearms licensing, that is self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Public police records request,
Mhm.
that's really, that's kind of low, I would think.
Yeah.
But anyway,
But-
we don't care.
well-
Detailed cruiser fees.
Yep.
Oh my God, is this the one where the car is there
Yeah,
running
and the
and
other-
We
everybody?
talked about it the other
Okay.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
it's
still don't get
different,
it.
I don't need it.
different than the administrative fees. But this is,
Right.
this is the cruise.
That was the other article we discussed the other day.
Big
I don't
discussion.
understand what it's for.
It's for the car that's running at the scene,
With the lights on.
Yep.
with the lights on, with the blue lights on.
And
Mhm.
then
You know, when they're at the side of the road and they're out there directing traffic, but the car's going,
Why do we have to pay a fee for that?
because we gotta get the car there. And then the car
officer has to
stays
get
there with the officer.
Right, because say it's on 119,
Yeah,
you don't want just somebody with somebody's pickup on the side of the road and the officer out there, you're protecting the officer.
right, cause, so they don't bring their own car, they gotta bring
All the time.
all the time.
Sometimes.
So on the resource officer,
Detail.
I'm just,
Where do you see
On the
the
detail.
resource
the one that
officer?
we kind of skipped over
We,
that.
we kind of skipped
Right,
over
go with
it,
the cruiser.
it's not on the list and we're not approving it.
Yeah.
There is a
Now,
prior
Yeah.
revolving
Yeah,
fund
it's
with a
like-
balance
think
in
of
it
it as
that the
Okay.
auditor
Put this in.
No.
okay.
found.
Okay,
And so they're working to clear that account, so the other reference, even though we see it, it's not, we're not approving it because it's not on the list to approve.
Right. but
But I wanted to list it because.
yeah, no, I get it. So what happens,
With that money,
yeah,
it's probably already been paid. To the resource officer, and nobody did the transfer from the revolving fund over. We used to do a revolving fund for the officer, for the.
So essentially, we're okay.
but this says, okay, so this says that revolving fund took in $40,000
Mhm.
up to this point and spent $11,000.
Which
And
one?
now has a balance of $71,000.
So,
And you're saying that revolving fund isn't really used to pay the resource officer anymore?
Correct. Yes.
So.
So what's gonna happen to that $71,000?
My,
And how did
after the investigation by the accountant, treasurer, and my anticipation is that it will go back into the general fund.
When does that happen?
And, well,
December.
again, it's kind of like, the general fund is this big. And so when you take 70,000 out of it and pay a resource officer, but you don't transfer in that, you still have this much
right,
general fund. So you're basically floating the resource officer with the amount of money.
is that basically saying like the school paid the town $40,000?
It's actually, it was 80 a year, yeah.
Okay, and for whatever reason, that went into the revolving fund, even though it shouldn't have
It
anymore,
may, yeah,
we believe.
we believe, and
Did
that's,
you watch
that again, auditor found it.
So where does it go? Into the general fund?
I would think it goes to the general fund after, because we paid the officer out of the general fund.
Okay,
We don't,
gotcha.
I didn't see any payments directly to an officer. I
Right.
didn't see a payroll warrant in this.
We can always
revolving
ask the chief, cause he knows everything about the money. I bet there's not a question we can't
fund.
answer.
So like I said, I put it here because one of our reports was showing
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But it.
No, that's good. So we need to figure that one out.
Yeah.
See, this will be our mission during the off months.
Right. Yeah.
July, August.
We're.
Yeah, when we meet once a month instead of every other day.
Mhm.
All right, so now we're down to 13 public records request?
Well,
Yeah.
everybody's good with the firearms licensing and the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're
Okay.
okay with the rest.
I don't think those are over.
Okay, and public hall records, again, you'll see a blank on the balance. It would appear to me that we haven't charged anybody for records fees yet. So this,
But that's brand new, isn't it?
it was brand new as of last year. We approved it at town meeting last year.
And did we,
I don't even understand what it's for.
It's similar to the police records request, the amount of time, if you spend 40 man hours trying to do a records request and fulfill it, that's a lot of time that comes out of the town budget.
Yeah, but you can talk to this.
to pay the person, it's kind of
We
like,
have that
so
now.
it was,
They don't get paid extra,
they don't get paid extra, but we charge it and
or it should go into the general fund,
it would probably be,
because the salary comes out of the general fund.
right. Okay, so,
I could
It-
never
it could be-
understand why they did that.
right, okay, so, good question to
Good
go back
question for next.
for,
And
and,
any mailing fees or any
Mhm.
fees to buy like a thumb drive or something like that to
Mhm.
put the information on is paid for by the requester.
right, and that's what this was, but paid directly by the,
Yeah, because I think.
you say
this
bring
is-
me in a thumb drive,
Well, let's be honest.
Or it will be part of what they pay.
right?
So if it costs me $5 to get a thumb drive big enough to,
A huge file, yeah.
yeah, to put a
Mega-
file
megabytes,
on, then
yeah.
it's like, because you want a brand new one.
Mhm.
We're not taking, we don't take it from them.
No,
We have,
right, because it has to clear
If you
security.
don't want,
If you don't want it, you don't want one with
what
a
about
virus.
redacting? Time spent redacting information or?
but I don't know how they break that out from what their regular salary is.
Right.
Well,
But again,
I suppose
this was a place to capture the payments.
maybe
For
to
them.
use it to pay Guardian when they have to go through
Okay.
emails and stuff like that.
Okay, could be.
Because that might,
Right,
you might have to pay them before.
right, because that would be getting into our,
hmm,
using our.
Well, we'll see how that goes, 'cause
Right, and I will.
Right, because they haven't used any of it yet.
And just to close it out.
Did
it's
they
not-
bring money in? Wait, how'd they get the $5,000?
that-
They
it's not-
don't.
That's
They
how
have-
much they can spend out of the.
Oh,
but
I
we
forgot, I
had, we
forgot.
had put it in to start with.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
No. No, this is just how much you can spend. You have to deposit something. We don't deposit money, there's no balance in there.
They have an ending balance of $5,000. I thought one of the articles.
No, I think that's
It
the
was-
That's the spend.
ending allocation,
That's the-
right?
Oh.
I think this is saying
this
they're allowed
says
500,
Allocated $5,000. Expended zero, ending balance is $5,000.
right, I think that's saying, no, they're allowed to spend 5,000.
I
They
think
haven't
we
spent
put-
any yet.
one.
I think there was an article to create this and we put $5,000 in it to start.
We need more information.
You could be right,
oh,
You're
here it
pretty right,
is.
Kathy.
because there's not an entry on the balance side. Is
Right.
the difference.
I think you're
I'll have to
right.
go to the town meeting minutes.
Because that's what this sheet is supposed to show, is what the balances are.
Right, this was supposed to be the balance and there was nothing on the
Yeah.
And
balance.
there's nothing in the balance.
So I,
There's nothing in the balance.
So that should mean that there's nothing in the fund.
right, so I think that's just all how much,
But your point is still valid. That's something we need to check on.
right. I did,
We have to do more work on the revolving accounts.
right, yep, it's gonna, but for now, that's still.
Because
It's good start.
And the last one that is not on Article 6.
Huh?
It was on a prior version of the warrant, is building inspector. So if we look at the building inspector, they have a balance that's in that. This building inspector revolving account was for inspections done at the high school when it was being built. He did away with this several years ago from the list that we were renewing every year. But there's a balance of like $800 in that account,
So
So
what,
why did they omit it from the Article 5?
because we don't use it anymore.
Well, then why don't
It's-
they
is there a way to recover
get
that
rid of
money?
it?
I know they should really reallocate it or
They should
something
really,
to vote
yeah,
to take.
Well,
Is the account still open with zero balance?
no, the account is still open, it
Uh-huh.
has a balance of
Has it?
890.
But he doesn't have the right to spend
He
it.
doesn't have the right to spend it because there was a special revolving account for the inspectional services for the high
It should be
school.
closed out.
well,
Should be closed out.
wasn't that one of the audit comments, was to review all the revolving accounts? and
Yeah, but
see-
they never gave it to us.
To,
And it's too late now.
To see which funds are not used anymore.
Correct.
And move that
All right, well,
money.
that's what we're doing now.
Not really.
I don't know if that was.
We're just using what
Oh, is that something else? Somebody
That
said
was-
something.
Yeah, that I think is the money that was allocated in the special town meeting articles and
I
not,
think that's special article.
Oh, is that what it
Yeah.
is? Special
But it's
article
always
money?
good to review this, because if $800 could go,
Well,
Or something.
Roselli said at his audit last year, and it was confirmed this year, he does not go through all the accounts. He only does the highlight big ones.
right,
They're
he does
doing
the majority, he's looking to make sure
the
that.
big picture, so our
big
job
account.
really should probably be to be looking at those at some point.
So
during the year.
Recommending that
To
the finance.
reallocate this $829, would we need to have a special town meeting article or an article at the annual? I know it's too late now, so we can't do it for this one. But we would probably need to have an article for that, right?
I would think you would, to reallocate
To
funds.
reallocate the funds to say free cash or something like that.
I mean,
Would that have to get certified by the state to move to free
Um,
cash if we're gonna do that?
like, do we
Yeah,
know that these are the only revolve, or are there
No, we
only
don't know the
revolving?
answer to that. Karen.
No,
Um,
these are it, because we have to vote on the spending.
Yeah, but do you know if there's some old ones that we don't,
Oh, I see.
not
But
have
the
been
building one, yeah, we
forgotten
don't
about?
know.
I don't know, maybe.
Wonderful question, Carol.
We
Yeah,
can,
exactly.
we can go
Yeah,
back
yeah,
over
yeah.
some old town
Yeah.
reports and look and see.
I think we should be looking at all of them. Look at the one for the reading room. They
Mhm.
didn't, they said there wasn't an account and it's got $27,000 in it.
Yep.
How many more of those are sitting out there that nobody knows anything about?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, the,
Right. But I mean, but that's still for this one,
yeah, this purpose.
for this building, for the purpose of this one.
We're
Is
good.
that something that we would need to ask for an article to basically close this account and transfer that money?
I think it's probably more select board, we can recommend it, you know, to the select board.
I think we'd be better off
Recommendation.
going through the treasurer, and working with her, because remember, she said,
And that's why I said finance team, because the
Team, yeah, team.
treasurer, assessor, and accountant, along with TA, are the finance team. So,
yeah,
these are,
yeah, I mean,
these are items to bring up.
definitely. But we actually did ask
Yeah.
Alyssa this year, and she said she cleaned everything out. But we know that's not true because of the reading room account. Or was she just talking about Grant? Grant,
She might have been talking about specific.
Grant,
I don't know what she was talking about.
So how much
Okay.
money is in the, building inspector fund?
800.
829.
Okay.
Are you putting it on? It's not on. Can you add it?
No, we don't want that on.
Or you're just talking about it?
We're just talking about it because it's on the reports that we got.
Ah,
So it's not on the article for Tuesday. But because it's on the paperwork that we got from the BBAs, I wanted to make sure we talked about it.
you know, I believe with my heart and soul that it is mandatory for us to look at these reports, because remember the monies that he, and the accountant finds and DA finds and
Right.
That's why I.
This one finds, and all of a sudden they find this money.
An auditor come in and.
I know.
100%.
Whatever happened with?
But I
don't-
It was supposed to be last week. I never heard anything. I don't know
I
if it came in.
mean, that's what we need.
Or we
is
might have
like
come in and we don't know.
Somebody come in and do.
At the beginning of April,
everything.
we were in this room and he said he's coming in the week of the 21st.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe tomorrow?
maybe. Oh, so,
No, that's last week.
so are we good with Article
Maybe.
6 to make a motion?
Oh my God, I didn't.
Yes, I make a motion that we recommend Article 6.
The place in Ash,
Okay, so we had
beautiful. as
a motion to approve Article 6 and a second. Any further discussion? I know we've had quite a bit of detail going through this and understanding it. No other questions? All in favor, say aye. All opposed? No? Unanimous? We are recommending Article 6.
Excellent.
Okay.
Aren't we good? Now what?
Who made that motion?
I did.
And
Carolyn, sister.
I second it. And now we're down to Article 8.
What?
Right.
Article 8.
Article 8, the big budget.
I'm beginning to lose focus.
Okay.
It's okay. It's getting late.
I was gonna
Just so
say,
you know.
it's getting
That's okay.
late, but
Article 8, what
this
is it?
this is my last day. I'm leaving town tomorrow.
You're not gonna be at the town meeting on
No,
Tuesday?
no. I'll probably be back for that.
What's it probably mean?
If I win the lottery,
So you don't have to.
if I win the lottery,
He's never coming back.
I don't know if he's doing that. I think, oh, Dawn,
I don't play the lottery often.
so that's not what we're saying. Okay, Article 8 is
Yeah.
what? Oh, the real budget.
Article 8 is the whole budget.
We were told that this is the budget.
Okay, now,
Oh, what about the override affecting us? Is there an update? Is there gonna be an update to this article?
they, on the floor, they issue the current, so the motion will include all of the new numbers.
Okay. So in other words, this Article 8,
Mhm.
we can't recommend it because it will change because the override did not pass.
It is, but the next two sheets that we have talk about the change because we had already gone through,
I think.
Oh, the
reflect-
motion.
Yeah.
Oh, what number is it again? Eight.
Article 8.
I move that the town raise and appropriate and transfer from available funds the sum of $28,644,000. No,
Yeah,
I'm not good with numbers.
yeah, okay,
Blah, blah,
so,
blah, and any other sum to defray the expenses of the town for fiscal year 2027 as detailed in the budget.
Okay.
and then they issue the new budget.
Oh, is that on the draft motion?
Excuse me, I have a question.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
The town of Groton, I believe the town of Dunstable, I believe the town of Westford, I believe all towns except Townsend, publish prior to town meeting,
Mhm.
a budget book.
Yes,
How is it that they can publish a book so that all the townspeople can know what's going on? And we, 3 days before, don't even know what the budget is.
well, because we were waiting on the override. There were two budgets prepared.
Mm-hmm,
One that we approved if the override passed,
mm-hmm.
and then this one was in the wings if the override did not pass.
Townsend used to do a budget book.
We used to do a budget book. It was based on a file that was provided by the Collins Group.
Mm-hmm.
It needed to be maintained. It was the picture of 5 years back. So it wasn't necessary. The current budget wasn't there because you're not set until, in a case like us, where you have a vote on the Monday before Monday a week before town meeting. That's dependent on the budget. So it's so that's why there were two prepared. It's kind of like.
So are we allowed, as the finance committee? Well, I guess we don't have any clout to say, we want a final budget by X?
We can ask for it, but when the final budget depends on an override vote, you can't have it until after those
But how long
have
did that-
bills.
Oh, and that happened last year.
That happened Monday, yeah,
Yeah, that happened last year, right?
right. It's kind of like it's happened last 3 years, 4 years. It's kind of, on different things. So it's nice to have it in advance, but you
I
can't.
hate the 11th-hour production. I
Yeah,
really,
and that's-
when you're
that's-
dealing with numbers and you're dealing with,
Yeah,
Well, I think that's the problem that we
let's-
run into with the state screwing us on the school funding.
Right, so let's,
yeah,
we have
Right.
two final sheets of the packet that I handed out.
are they colored?
Mine are colored.
Ours are not,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna
Yep.
find them.
Alright, so, these
Last
two,
two,
okay,
Okay, so we'll start with the short one.
okay.
It's kind of like just for breakdown. And what I did,
Oh, the one with black that we can't read. Okay.
okay, so,
Right.
I got it.
okay, if
General government.
you have trouble, let me,
Just go.
So, The TA proposed column's a little.
Okay, we
because
can,
it's 45.
we can go over. So what I did is I took the budget we had before
Yeah.
and this budget, and then I brought all the values over and I said, which ones are different and which ones are the same.
Okay.
Okay,
So what
Which
we,
sheet was that?
that's the short sheet.
Yeah.
So we'll start with the general government total.
Okay, yeah.
And the general government total,
Uh-huh.
if we look in the compare column, it says the diff, which is my shorthand for different. So if we look at the old one, it was 1,766,296.
Okay.
The old value was 1,762,545.
Oh, good lord, Dawn, we
So-
can't read that,
Okay,
it's in white.
then go to the amount column difference, so where it says diff, it says the difference is 3,750.
okay.
Oh.
So can you tell us what the number is for the TA proposed that's in white?
Yeah,
And I
that-
can write it in.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, good idea, Kathy.
That's, well, you can take the number in that column and add the 3,750.
Well, just tell us what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm just, it's
I would think that was fun.
1,762,545, and there's pennies in there, but we don't.
So the middle column is what he's proposing after the failure of the override, right? Yeah,
Correct.
okay.
What do you mean the middle? There's
The
like-
one that we can't see.
The one that you can't see, the white one that you can't see.
That was my.
You know what, okay, now let's just vote on
Yeah.
it. If you can't see it, you don't.
No, it's kind of like, so the difference was 3,750.
Now, did you take a peek at where that?
No.
was?
I did, that's this sheet, the bigger sheet. The bigger sheet has the detail
Okay,
of what 3 lines changed to make that 3,750. So if we look, the tax collector, other services was reduced to
oh,
$250.
I see that, yeah.
And then they added in the FSA disbursement for 250. And so that netted out, so that's no change, but she transferred $250 from one line to another.
Yeah.
Then the 3,750 is they reduced the town council professional legal services line from 132.5 to 128,750. So that's where the 3,750 lower
Okay.
in general government is.
Town's council, when it was proposed at 128, was that with a $50,000 increase in it?
That was, it was 132 with the 50,000 and they reduced it to 128,750. So
So they added the 50,000.
they added the
And we
50,000.
did not
No, we
recommend.
did not recommend that.
Yeah, we did not recommend that.
We recommended that they put it in as
As a separate
Yeah.
one.
separate line.
We,
Okay, so that's not recommended. Does this go line item or do we do the budget all?
No, it's not, you don't recommend line by line.
Oh, then I'm gonna vote against it.
So I have a question.
yes,
How much was the override for?
197. Okay, so when you look at the bottom line, if we want to start there, if we look at the amount, it says 171,556.
Right.
Okay, so that's somewhat short of there. If we go and look at the recap sheet, they're taking more free cash and increasing the free cash that's going in to support the budget.
It's 190,000.
Like 20,000.
Well, that's one question I
Yeah.
have, but the other question is if that was for public safety for the police department.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why isn't it all coming from the police department? Why is it coming from the tax collector, the FSA reimbursement?
Okay, so the tax collector is a wash. If she moved $200 from one line to another. So that really,
I think, okay, so
No,
that's.
and that's
okay.
why you don't see expenses or anything else listed
That-
here
That's just juggling it within her,
within her budget.
yeah, okay.
So the town council was reduced by 3,750.
But wait, it was increased to 50
It was
and then it was decreased
by the,
because of the,
right.
and we do not recommend the 50. Just wanna say that again.
Well,
We did recommend the
We-
50,
we
but
rec-
In
separate.
another
in another
place.
line. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Why was that?
ignored. That was ignored. Is that
Why
what you're
was
saying?
that reduced 3750?
I think because if that 3750 was left in the budget, we would have a negative, we would be out of balance on the budget, on the recap sheet.
But we should have been out of budget on the other one if the override passed. If it was truly 197,000 that they needed for the police,
Well,
for the union contract. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. It kinda, but the budget had to be, the 197 was for that, but in here,
So they should reduce it by 100.
they were gonna take the
Because it
overtime.
didn't pass.
Right? That's
And
what
they only reduced it by 171.
But,
Oh.
they reduced it by 171, but
They
moved,
took
there
the
was all the rest of the money came from free cash. They added more free cash to make up the difference to the 197.
So is there like no free cash left?
Correct. That's why the question was, what happens if we didn't reduce the
Okay,
legal fees?
Mhm.
We wouldn't have a balanced budget because that 3,700 is more than the $1,800 of free cash that's left.
okay, so there's no more free cash left.
There's no more free cash.
So nobody can make a motion on the floor to take the 197 police override and take it out of free cash.
No, because all the rest of it is going in to support the budget.
No free cash flow.
So
$1,800.
it wasn't balanced before then?
That's exactly right.
Well, yeah, basically.
Yeah, basically it's not because we were propping it up with free cash. We were propping it up with 200 and some
Well,
odd
you know,
thousand.
this
But
is
this
bad,
isn't-
it's a bad policy.
Thank you.
Propping, yeah.
Yeah,
Propping up
I agree
with
1,000%.
right.
free cash.
And this is why we're in this position.
And we gotta stop doing this.
Yeah.
We either, going forward, we may, as a town, have to make the hard cuts, maybe combine departments, maybe some people
agree.
might have to go.
It-
Maybe you're gonna have to cut hours at town offices. I mean, you might have to do it for a year or two until they can get into a real
A real
a real budget that
that supports
doesn't,
it, sustains itself with the
Yeah.
revenues that we get
yes.
from.
I agree.
Because we
100%.
can't,
Can't
keep stealing from free cash or the
There is
stabilization
none.
fund or the whatever
Right.
fund, because we'll never get out of the hole.
Exactly.
We just might have to suck it up for a couple of years and be paying and do the paying and then try to get us out of the hole, so we have real budgets
Yeah,
and with
But
some
Karen-
cushion, and a cushion for unknown.
You're
right.
100% right, but here's the thing, the past few years, there's been no economic growth in terms of commerce. Taxes is one thing, building, add on, whatever this, that's one, new growth is one thing, but
I know.
there is nobody who is trying to bring business
New business and.
or to take our assets. For example, we're selling our real estate instead of using it as income. Craziness. We have all those leases that other people are making money on except for us, and we're giving it away for free.
And maybe we have to relook at.
Maybe we do.
Revisit it. But some of those assets, like I said, we gotta have real dollar figures on those
Right. The
And-
real
and-
cost to refurbish.
to refurbish them.
Yeah.
And come to and make a decision, are we ever gonna be able to refurbish them, or are they gonna continue to decay? And then we may have to make the decision, we need to
But
sell.
we don't even try to make partnerships with people.
Yeah, no, I-
we
no, I-
do no,
Yep,
we do no outreach for economic growth at all. We have these three guys that I told you about
Mhm,
from,
yeah.
that, to me, that is a gold mine for Townsend.
yes, how did they get those people or whatever?
They just live here and they like to ride bikes and automobiles. They're just,
Oh,
that's
so
their
they-
thing. And they belong to national clubs.
Okay,
So- And they belong to clubs that have grants and have all this business.
okay,
I think they're great, wonderful,
yeah.
and they should be,
yeah, that's,
recreation should be dealing with them. the band concert, it should be
Yeah.
down. Now, that's only one tip of the iceberg.
No, but I mean, it is only one tip of the iceberg, but, you know, every dollar.
But unless we encourage economic growth, we're not gonna be able to sustain it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can only cut so much.
No, I know, no, I.
So unless you have something coming in,
Well,
it doesn't matter how much you cut.
Isn't there that thing with Margaret Scarsdale, the?
Oh, small towns?
Yeah,
Yeah, Kim Craven is on that and Jock Schneid. Right now, they're trying to bring tourism, which would be great.
It would be good, cause we have the recreational, we have the
Exactly.
river, we have trails and all of that.
That's why those three guys, I think, are instrumental to the growth of
Yeah.
our company.
Yeah.
And who knows what they know? They might know guys that own bike shops that you can
I
put
mean,
in.
yeah, if
you
you
know,
could bring in a
snowmobiles.
tourist trade.
Yeah,
Right.
so the smaller towns, I think, is doing it, but slowly.
But if with a tourist trade, you could actually bring in more businesses, you might get additional restaurants or you.
Oh,
might
that's
get
right.
some
Now,
kind
they
of-
just put a survey out. Didn't any of you get it?
No.
You didn't get
A
it?
new one?
Well, this is the small town thing. I
Didn't see that, no.
I don't know if they put it on the website, what they do. I have to ask Kim, because it's very good. But yet again, it's a study to find out what's happening.
There is,
5
never
years
gets
later.
that,
Yeah.
nothing gets that,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, I mean, I think that we have to get a good group of people together that understand economic growth.
But I think that's great that they're gonna go clean up the trails.
No,
You
yeah.
can forget about economic growth until they start lowering some of the taxes in this state.
Well, but it's, well,
Well, in the
I mean,
state.
that's
And
another whole.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, so we're going far afield here.
Okay,
Wait,
so
I know,
anyways,
I'm
let's get
talking
back
about-
to, okay, so
The budget.
let's get back to,
Oh.
all right, so it.
So we were balancing the budget with free cash before, and now we've increased the amount of free cash that we're using to balance the budget.
But we've come
Correct.
to the end of the road with the free
We are
cash.
totally at the end of the road.
Okay.
So it's free cash.
This was,
So
so,
under that override was gonna
Save free
help
cash.
balance the budget.
It was gonna help balance the budget and allow us to have some free cash going forward. So,
It's not right.
Okay, so,
well,
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't know what it is. I don't know numbers.
it's the schools, that's what's not right.
Well, I said last year.
But it's not the school district's fault, it's the state's fault.
No, well, I understand it's the state's fault, but I also think that we should be looking at getting out of the region. If the state's not gonna come through, then we should look at options. I don't care how much you think it costs. I think we should find out what it costs and what the process is. And we shouldn't be just saying what we hear on the street. We should find out what it is. Because 17 school districts in the state have gotten out of regional schools for this very same reason. Just saying, it's worth looking at.
yeah, and I know somebody had the story that somebody regretted it after being out when they.
Did they talk to the actual people or is
They
that
did.
gossip?
No,
Like,
no, it was, it was somebody with a connection to somebody.
so maybe we should talk to the 17 and find out what.
Right, and
I mean-
are they successful or is it more costly than they expected?
Exactly,
Them being in-
how does that impact their tax
Yep.
base? But these are the kind of questions I think we should be asking.
Right.
Going to the source.
Mhm.
okay, so let's get back to Article 8. What
Okay.
what are we doing here?
So-
I know it's being amended or whatever the.
Right, the motion on the floor will
The-
present the article without the override.
Okay.
And the sheet we were looking at, again, we can do it by the groups to look at, or we can look at the detail sheet and just see all the lines that are changing.
Well, I mean, we know what the bottom line
It
is.
is what it is, right? I
Yes,
mean,
but we're not gonna change
we're not
it,
gonna change it
We're not
now.
gonna change it,
so are we,
I mean, if they don't, if the town does not approve the budget, then what happens?
I believe you go into a 1/12 situation.
Yeah, I think we should,
Where,
Where you only spend 1/12 of what you spent last year?
correct,
And last year, our budget was what?
John.
I can't, I don't have a good number because I don't
Okay.
think I ever got a final budget after all the cuts.
Well, last year was a,
We didn't even know.
it was
what
a fake budget last year that was passed. Wasn't that the year that the fake?
All right, they had to update it.
Right, they had to update it, but
Yeah.
I never got a.
We don't know.
Right.
I.
The best we have, we have to build it from the BVA. They say what was in each account.
Yeah, but we'd have to do that in July, once the BVA close.
No, we can, the allocated column is how much the budget.
Oh,
the budget was.
okay.
Kinda,
So how bad is going to the 112?
There's absolutely no increases for anything.
no increases for anybody and.
And how bad is that?
Well,
We have no
energy
money?
costs and stuff like that,
Hmm.
it's not an easy thing to do,
No, and then I think, can you not
because we did it last
do
year.
tax bills or something?
We didn't.
Until you have a
We didn't do
budget.
it last year. It was only for 2 or 3 months, wasn't it?
Well, that's all you do it for, because you still have to have a balanced budget.
You have to have the balanced budget, and I
Is
think
it
you need the
September
balanced budget
15th?
in order to issue tax bills.
Oh.
So is it December first then?
Yeah.
I think it's December 1st for the final, but I don't know.
The school budget, I
if
think, is September 15th, right?
you can- Yeah, so. And again, I know,
Because you have all your contracts with, you know, the union contracts with the increases and stuff, and you have to honor those. You gotta get behind the 8 ball.
So how much free cash are we getting back this year? Do we have a clue?
No, we just spent it all.
no,
no,
No, I'm talking about you.
We spent last year's free
you're talking
cash.
about FY 26? When we looked at the BVA at the end of March, we were right on the 75% consumed budget for the year, which means if we continue with that run rate,
It'll be almost done.
there'll be almost none.
It'll
We
go
haven't,
for
we
snow.
haven't touched reserve,
Right.
reserve fund yet, so that could be your, a little bit of money there. In
Very
free cash,
little.
but very little. It's kind of like you're talking less than half of.
Did we sell any properties this year?
They're talking about selling properties, no, less.
Last year.
Or this,
So,
I think
yeah,
we sold it
so
last year.
FY,
But
FY,
the
That's going to,
property on the warrant for
Right.
this town.
So-
right, but that's to sell next year, right?
it's all this year, but the revenue comes in next year.
Yeah,
It'll
But
be
the
FY
revenue from
25.
last year's property sales going to pay for the bunker gear.
Correct.
yeah.
And
I mean, I don't know how
But
much
only
Laura's left.
130,
It's 135.
yeah, so I don't know how much they ended up making.
Yeah, I don't either.
but they,
But where did it go?
right, they said it needed to go to a special account, not the general fund, so you can't just use it to spend on anything in your budget. You have to spend it on specific things, and that's why the bunker gear was something that,
Well, how much?
does anybody else get spent, just the fire department?
no,
It goes
that
to
was,
cap,
a need because of capital planning.
capital requested that it come out of there because it's to protect the firefighters.
Right, it's kind of like,
And it's put off, wasn't it?
It was approved a year ago at one of the previous last years, but there was no money to buy it, even though it was approved to be bought. So that's why I wanted it to be bought this year, because it's another year older.
Yeah.
And I believe he said they have a 5 to 6 year life, and I think it was like at the end of its life.
Yeah,
And that, we gotta protect them.
that's right.
yeah, no, there's no question in that, it's kind of like.
But how much money is left in that?
Yeah,
And what can we use it for?
Yeah.
Kind of like.
Okay, so the property sales don't go to free cash.
They don't go to free cash.
Okay,
They go to a special fund?
Yes,
okay.
yeah, then you can use it, and again, we have.
Okay, so we're talking about 2027.
Right,
That's what this budget is for,
that's what this budget is for.
and we have no free cash.
We will have used everything but $1,800.
Okay, so then, when we come to the end of 2027, and
Right,
free cash is what, you're saying that there won't be any there either?
probably not.
Okay,
It's kind of, it'll be small. It won't be the 558, I don't believe.
so how do we
that-
stop this bleeding?
Um,
How do the people who are running the town stop the bleeding, because we're not running the town?
right,
I think the town people should be told.
right, we need to look, as Carol said, maybe looking at departments that don't need to be open all the days and staff for all the
There's
days.
gonna come a time
Police
when
and
the
fire.
cutting is not gonna be enough.
Correct. It's kind of like, my opinion would be that at some point, we're gonna need an override, but it has to be well presented, well planned,
And well spent.
And well spent, and
Right,
Mm.
and that, so that, I think,
They already took the trash money away.
right,
Yeah, no, it's gonna get.
Oh, yeah,
$1 million.
Now we're talking about closing
And
the
that's-
place up, I mean,
I know some people didn't vote for the police override only because they said, well, they took our trash money away, what's to say they're not gonna take the police money away?
well, then that's valid,
But
that's valid.
I don't think they would, because it's for salaries and stuff.
No, I know,
But-
but the town
but-
doesn't understand that.
right, and.
But that's only for
It's
the
the
first
principle.
year, right?
Yeah.
So I think I think there's a lot of communication that has to go along with the budget, and it can't be waiting for December to get started on a budget, it
I
has to
think we
be,
need to put pressure on DLS to get in here. And I think that the statement by the select board that said that the DLS just gives recommendations, we don't have to do it, was
well,
reprehensible.
I
I really think.
but
it
at this
was.
point, I think they will, we need the help to come in and say, how do we get from where we are? Because
Sustaining.
let's jump ahead a year. If we have 200,000 in free cash, say from FY 26, and we get that in December, but our snow and ice is over by 314.
Mhm.
Yeah. We're short 100.
You're short 100, you're just right there, and it's kind of like that
And the
puts
other
the brakes
side
on
of
it.
the
We're
finance.
that close to not being able to run the town because
Right,
We-
and to
we
be,
don't- we've been going down this path of robbing
Peter to pay Paul.
to pay Paul in year over year, and it's free cash. We haven't done anything with the free cash. We haven't created a free cash policy that says maybe put some of the year into a capital stabilization. That might be, something we can do with the money, that from the sale of the properties, is put it into a capital
It'd
stabilization.
be great if we could do that.
Yeah, exactly. So that could be one
Yeah,
place,
because we don't have it.
right? But it
I think
wouldn't be
we have,
coming from free cash.
don't we have over $1 million in stabilization?
We have 1.1, probably earned another 100,000 this year,
So about
so probably
1.2.
1.2, 1.3.
But today's point
Stabilization.
about raising taxes, he's right, people are leaving in Massachusetts, because of taxes.
Yeah.
So if we get the override and we increase our taxes, say 2.4%, what are we getting for services?
Well, see,
That's like to chase people away,
Yeah.
or not invite them to
Well,
town.
or the other thing is, like I keep saying, there's quite a senior population in town. There's a large senior
And then-
population in town who are on fixed incomes.
Right.
And some are, some of their fixed incomes
Are
are
pretty low.
are pretty low. And maybe they've been able to pay off their house over the years, but
The taxes
But
are
the-
almost the house payment.
but,
Oh, yeah, you can't live here, oh, that I can
Yeah,
tell you, yeah.
Yeah, so you're also up against, when you're looking for an override, you're looking at a senior population
They
that
can't pay
That
it.
says-
That's right.
They're doing it
they're-
for money,
they don't have the money.
so you're gonna displace seniors.
And where are they gonna go? Cause
Exactly.
you can't go you can't go unless you wanna spend over $500,000 for a 2-bedroom house over in.
Oh, and he
Condo,
goes,
yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
That's gonna have a condo fee and
yeah,
continue.
it's just gonna,
those are the
and you're lucky.
rest here.
so.
But I don't.
Just say for devil's advocate, say we go broke, just say.
Yep.
The town just goes broke, so does the state come in and take over?
Apparently DLS comes in and they will look at our free cash and our stabilization. And they will make us use that money,
Yeah,
and they will make us go on a plan. I don't know if they make you go into bankruptcy, because that's federal,
Yeah.
it's not state.
Mm.
I don't know if they have a plan schedule, that's why I think we gotta talk to them. I think we're in that
We're
crisis right
getting-
now,
we're-
there's no question about it.
we're about at Christ.
I think we're accurate, I think we're at Christ, yeah. And I think we need DLS desperately to say, look,
If you don't do this,
Right.
this is what's
yeah,
gonna.
and we should, I know they only wanna talk to one person, but I think we should all,
It's gotta, yeah,
we're the finance committee, we should not be disqualified from
Mhm.
sitting at the table with them.
no, I think that one person was when we were trying to set up and do it ourselves, not go through.
Yeah, no, but I think we need DLS. It's not working.
Right.
I mean, you can cut like you say, Carol, and then you're not doing anything.
No, I know, but that's why I'm saying at some point, we may be in to the point where we have no money.
So so as a finance committee, we should know the consequences of that.
Yeah.
We should be,
Mhm.
educate ourselves through the state to find out what that means, what's it look like, what does it mean, and
Can we declare bankruptcy to get out of all our contracts, that?
well, I mean, don't laugh, I mean, if that's what you can do, if you,
No,
I mean, you
Yeah, I'm not,
might
I'm
not
not
get out of them, but
Yeah,
at
it's
least
just
it might be,
some
it's somehow
Yeah.
mitigated, like lowered or.
Okay, just to get back,
Yeah.
so for Article
Article
8, I guess we have to
Recommend it.
recommend it because otherwise it's just gonna be chaos if,
Mhm.
cause.
Right, and again, we had
Because if
recommended the budget with the override, looking at what the differences are between the budget that we had recommended when Karen was in the room. In this one, those were the lines on that last sheet.
I'll make a motion that we recommend Article 8.
I'll make a second.
Based on that no override budget that was,
Yes.
Based on,
No override.
and that had a date on it of April 28th, just so that,
April 20th, okay.
that kind of, it's trying to
Yeah.
get
That's fine.
the details.
Jerry seconded.
Yep, Jerry seconded.
Okay. Any, I know we have lots of opinions on lots of.
I don't think
on the
there's
budget, but-
much we can do
What
about it at this
are
time.
you gonna say?
Yeah.
So we were told that was.
Take a vote.
Yep, if we're there and we're ready to vote, all in favor of,
Aye.
all
Abstain,
opposed?
abstain.
You gonna abstain?
Yeah.
I make a motion to, close the meeting.
Let me get some effect, because like I say, packing up my car and leaving tomorrow.
Dawn, please stop saying that.
I'm going to a wedding, it's away.
Oh,
Yeah, well, how far away? What state?
Far that I can't do anything, New Hampshire. That's kind of
But
like,
you can be back in my Tuesday, right?
yeah, I can be back.
Oh,
I'm gonna be back Monday because they gotta try to fix my heating system.
I know you just put in a.
Yeah, I just put it in.
It's
It's just, it's working, it heats, it saved me a lot of money this year, but it does, I have a lot of
Oh, we have
clicks on the
to
heating
find out
system and it pulses the power on the.
I know, it's 8:30.
So we have a-
motion on table,
So we did,
Dave
we
made
did,
it.
yeah,
Well,
I just wanted to make sure there was nothing, and the
We
rest,
just wanted to see the water, but there's,
right.
if they could overread it.
Yeah, I'm ready to do.
Okay, I guess we had everything, and other than that, it says our next meeting is at the town meeting, May 5th. Does anybody think we need to schedule something for Tuesday morning?
I can't make Tuesday morning, so if you do, feel free, but.
Well, I just, if there was any last minute business that had to be,
Dave, will you be there Tuesday night?
Most likely, yes.
Most likely,
Well, hey, you never know, I might get sick again.
You never know what's gonna happen.
right,
Yeah.
I might wanna stay home and start my socks or something, I don't know.
She's gonna be on her.
John will be there, Dave will be there.
He said he's gonna be there.
yeah.
Oh, you
Right,
can't be
Kathy.
there,
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
there, I will be there.
so be you, me and Carol.
I mean, if I'm,
Well,
I'll be late.
Unless something happens, I will be there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you
Like,
plan-
that's
plan
the
to be
norm,
there.
I mean,
Yeah,
Plan to be there.
Right.
yeah.
He doesn't
But
have horses anymore. so
but
we're
we
safe with
don't
that.
think we
right,
have
I
anything
shouldn't
else
be
that,
chasing any of them now.
nothing to post just in case something
Should we
comes up.
post for Tuesday, the day of the meeting? Just in case we have some
That's what
drama,
I can,
I mean,
yeah,
like it's 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock or something
What,
like that.
what do you think we would talk? But would,
What
Did
would
we
come
do
up
that last
between now
year?
and then? We did, we were fighting the budget all the way to the end.
Really,
So
in the
we were-
cafeteria
Oh, I
plans, I
see.
remember.
Yeah, okay, so we're not doing that this year,
Yeah.
all right.
no,
No, and I say fighting, we were. it was
No, I know
balance
what
of
you mean.
budget. It's kind of like, that was, last year
It
was,
was not fun.
This has been better than last year at least.
Well,
Well,
had they
yeah.
accepted our budget last year and allowed us to present it, we would, it's the same thing he did this year.
Hmm.
That, it's almost identical. I mean, the numbers changed because of but it's exactly what
Raises
we
and
had presented.
yep, but he's in a position that he's an administrator. We're advisory, kind of like, we didn't have,
Energy went up 32%.
What's that mean?
It went up.
yes, water and, oh, okay,
Water in?
that was their energy budget. For, to power.
Oh,
the
their
plant.
electricity.
Their electricity
oh,
and,
yeah.
and like,
I'm not surprised.
Well, yeah, they get all those filters and all that fancy.
I was gonna say-
Well, I'll tell you, after looking at the salaries, I don't think they can say they're underpaid.
Oh,
did they?
No, we don't get to approve that though, right? We have nothing to say about it.
I thought they said they were 2% too, though,
I thought I saw 4.
except for,
Well,
Well, you know something, Brenda
No.
gave me that budget. I don't know if that's the
5%,
latest budget or not.
5%, Dave,
so
6%.
that's,
They,
There could be-
6%.
that, I was gonna say that's,
Yeah.
That may not be the budget.
0%.
Oh, by the way, while we're on the subject of Dave and the water, what happens with that lawsuit if we have to pay that? Where do we pull that money out of?
He thinks that, doesn't he?
I,
No,
I,
the town got sued, not him.
Yeah.
that's something we probably, at some point would wanna put in a budget, but we have the insurance policies and the insurance company will probably cover it, and then,
Or you think the insurance policy is gonna cover with the ethics?
I don't know, it's kinda like that, that's,
No,
it's kinda like, yeah, what are the exceptions to the policy? I don't know all the ins and outs of the policies, it's kinda,
Oh.
and what,
They already said they're not covering
okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
it because it was
So that's a-
local after.
So does
something.
that come, right, exactly.
Right,
So does that come out of stabilization?
that's the only place we have that
If it-
kind of money,
if
or
it
you have to
does,
borrow a bond.
That's gone.
So,
I mean, these are things we have to talk about, plus there's other lawsuits on.
I was gonna say, that's what the select board has to, we're concerned about where the money comes from, but, I mean, we're not the people running the town.
No, I know we're not the people running the town, but we're the watchdogs for the taxpayer.
So we say
money.
the town doesn't pay then, let the person who did it pay.
Well, that's what my feeling is.
But we'd have to sue them.
But
Yeah,
our
yeah.
attorney is not even including them in the lawsuit.
Well, their attorney wouldn't they?
Right, that's,
No,
Are you sure?
we should be asking to include them.
Oh, I see what you're
Right.
saying,
Yeah,
as a response.
Yes, and then
Okay.
they would be responsible,
Mhm.
but for some reason, they're protected people in this town.
right, it's kinda like there was a motion to adjourn it,
Yeah, but who seconded?
I did.
and it was seconded, so,
Okay.
and then I just wanted
okay, what time did you have?
to,
8:06.
6:26.
8:26?
Yeah,
Okay,
26 when it happened.
okay,
okay.
all in favor of adjournment,
Aye.
all opposed? Now heard,
No.
stand adjourned.